Hey everyone, we are live. Okay, this is pretty crazy. I'm live like right on time, and I think shit's about to go down. So if you're on the replay, hit that subscribe button, drop a like, leave a comment. Let's see who's in here. Yo, what's up, hockey kid? Alright. Bro, I'm nervous myself right now. I think shit's about to hit the fan. Alright, we got this. Alright, let's see who's in here. Did notifications go out? What's up, Harrison? What's up, Dons? What's up, Josh? Nader, Michael, Hockey Boy, Jacob? What's up, Nathan? Kyle Jones? Alright. Oh, I'm so nervous right now. Something's about to drop, and I'm nervous. I'm nervous. Who's stressing right now? Is it just me? Bro, I'm so nervous right now. Just me? Nah, don't cat right now. It's not just me. I know other people are nervous. Man, I'm gonna miss Hyman. Okay. Trades are about to go down. We got 50 in the chat. Let's go. Trade freeze is lifted. Oilers fans are stressing. Yeah, so guys, the two things that right now are probably going to go down is Hyman. We're thinking Hyman details or Hyman trade or Hyman signings about to drop. And apparently Tyler Pitlick, who was just selected by the Seattle Kraken, will be traded to the Calgary Flames. Yes. You heard it here. And yeah, Taylor Hall, that's the other one that could be dropping. Let me get my coffee, but Vince Dunn with a quote there, so you guys can read that. I think Tarasenko could get moved, yeah. All right, guys, yay or nay, are we going to get overpayments today? Woo-hoo-hoo. Holy man, this is going to be crazy. What's up, Thomas? We got 100 in the chat. Let's go. I got to notify Discord. Let me do that quick. I was going to go live earlier, but I was working this morning, needed a little bit of a nap, and I'm like, all right, we're going to get fired. We're going to get fired right at 1 o'clock. Yes, drop a like, guys. Let's get some more people in here. All right. All right. Dope. Ooh, is this stressful? Let's get to 40K. Yeah, 40K by tonight or by tomorrow. I think, like I said, I think for sure we'll get it tomorrow for the NHL draft potentially, or at least this weekend, as I said. So that's going to be fun, man. Let's go. I guess they're watching the presser. Who? What's up, Patrick? There's probably a buyout expected. Fair. Well, I wanna... I don't know. I don't want this Hyman thing to drag out because, I just feel like I want to know now. I don't want it to drag out, days or even, hours just to be like, okay, Hyman's gone. If it drags out, there better be a scenario where he's, taking a pay cut. He's, he realizes, okay, I'm not going to Edmonton. This is going to be a shit. Yeah, 2-year deal for Mike Smith. We got 135 in the chat. Bradley, so it looks like Hyman is going to... I can bring it up for you guys, but it looks like Hyman's going to be traded. Everything's pointing towards that. It's not fully confirmed. But these are the two, pretty solid... Well, most of the sources have been pretty solid, I'd say, consistently, but they've been kind of all over the place. Andy Strickland here has been tweeting some stuff out. Friedman, Chris Johnson, Saravelli. So, can confirm the Oilers have both 7- and 8-year contracts. 8 years, around $5 million, which I said yesterday. And then it seems like, based on what Chris Johnson said, based on Elliot Friedman's tweet, the 7-year contract would be in around 5.5. Which is pretty crazy that Hyman might be making more per year over Nugent Hopkins. Oilers fans, how would you feel about that? Come on, trades. I want at least one trade for us to get fired up. But yeah, the Mike Smith deal. Oilers fans, is that a W or L? What's up, TCB? Holland's been wild in Skinner. What's up, Leighton? What's up, Mo? Denver says get swept in the playoffs as Duncan Keith and Hyman while losing Larson for nothing. Big L. Yeah, somewhat of an L. Sharks look to add some pieces through the NHL draft and perhaps trades. What are pieces, though? Are pieces you're finally trying to actually build a prospect system, or you're trying to still hold on to this core? No. He says through the NHL. Gabby, he's possibly saying like draft picks in terms of pieces. But no, it does. I will agree with you. Like when he's saying pieces, that I'm seeing like Sharks lost Alex True. Like it seems like the Sharks are just trying to like bring guys in. Oh. Martinez has a contract offer he's mulling over from Vegas. The pending UFA has to decide whether he wants to sign it or decide to go to market. I think he really likes it in Vegas, but likely more money available on the open market. We shall see. Yeah, I don't think he'll get much more than like 4.5 with Vegas. So it's a matter of if he wants to get like over 5 or even close to 6, go to another team. Like I've been saying this, and I'll throw it out there again. Boston would be a great fit for Martinez. A great fit. Can play both sides. Veteran guy. Would fill in nice on that left side. And, yeah, I really think for Boston's purposes, like, having that versatility of a guy that can play both on the left and right. I've been saying I think Boston's probably one of the better fits for Martinez if he leaves Vegas. There you go. Red Wings announced 3-year extension for Michael Rasmussen. Hasn't really panned out yet. But we'll see. Yeah, so that's what nothing else from him. Thank you, Zeta. Hey, John, have you heard what Dubas said in his press conference? I have. Guys, should we just laugh or what's the vibe here? Should we just laugh? I mean, again, I have respect for Dubas, but I think sometimes the way he comes off, it's a little bit of blind faith. Like, you guys want to read this together? What did Dubas say? Let's read it together, guys, on stream. For better or worse, I believe in this group, and I believe that they are going to get it done, and I believe that they're going to win. I understand that comes with certain doubt because of the fact that we have not broken through in the playoffs, but it's belief that they will. I believe in them as players, I believe in them as people, and I know that the decision lies on me and what the risk is for me. We're going ahead that way. So I'm comfortable with it. I believe that we're going to see the best version of this group next season that we've seen yet, and I'm willing to bet everything on them. Well, you're about to lose a lot of coin. You're about to lose your job if you just keep it the same, buddy, so... Oh my God. Here's the thing. Do I agree in terms of certain players? Sure. Am I willing to bet on Austin Matthews? Sure. Am I willing to bet on William Nylander now that I've seen him actually step it up in the playoffs versus Marner? Sure. Am I willing to bet on Morgan Rielly still? Yeah, because he's showed up in the playoffs every year. Am I willing to bet on Jack Campbell? Yeah. Am I willing to bet on John Tavares right now? Yeah. Outside of that, again, I understand Matthews didn't show up either in the playoffs. But the difference is Matthews was creating things for himself. And defensively, he wasn't a liability. And he wasn't causing giveaways. He didn't freaking screw up multiple times in key games. So that's where it's like the trust all across the board. Sure, if you're putting trust in 3 or 4 of those guys, fine. But the way he puts that in that like statement is like, let's run it back. Last dance. Like, bro. Chris Johnson said last dance. Like, bro, they haven't even gotten to a dance. How can it be a last dance if you haven't even attended the dance? Does that make sense to you guys? How can the Leafs go for their last dance with this core when they haven't even attended their first frickin' prom? Like, bro, get out of here. Run it back. Run it back my ass. But yeah, that's a pretty, I mean, Holland confirms that pretty solid deal for Mike Smith. The 2 years might be kind of rough, but yeah, they didn't even attend homecoming. But yeah, I think Vince Dunn, I've been saying that since yesterday. I think he's going to get a big opportunity to step up. But yeah, guys, if you're new, hey, hit that subscribe button. We're on the way to 39.7K, so let's get there. I think he's referring to his job, not the team. Like, what do you mean, in terms of risking everything? Oh, of course. If the Leafs didn't make the playoffs or got booted out of the first round again, you think Dubas is keeping his job? Like, Dubas is done. Bye-bye. The only reason Dubas is not done right now is because he's actually made some good moves. And he's built this team in a way. So, yeah, obviously, like, he hasn't totally screwed up because the team finished first in the division. The team has done well in the season. The team's shown that they can be good. So it's not like Dubas has been a shit GM. But at the end of the day, if you get knocked again, you're done. And good at drafting, yeah. I mean, that's never been an issue. Trust me. You can talk to the biggest idiot of a Leaf fan. And I don't know how you could possibly look at the drafting list back in 2015, 2016, or even before that, or versus like look at the 2017, 2018, 2019 Leafs draft and be like, yeah, Dubas sucks at drafting. Like, that person wouldn't have common sense. Oh, yeah, I agree with you, Jeremiah. If the Leafs were to get booted out of a first round again, Shanahan and Dubas are bye-bye. And I would imagine Keefe is not far behind. Like, they would literally clean house if that happened again. I think the only reason, again, I don't think it should be an excuse for this year, but I think they're also keeping an account with, like, COVID and stuff. But anyways, so we're not getting anything Hyman-wise. I thought, honestly, guys, I was pretty confident the way I was yesterday. I thought for sure right when the 1 p.m. hit, I thought we were going to get Hyman leaks left and right. So we're waiting. But let's chat. You guys can ask me some questions. How far away do you think Amirov is from stepping into the NHL? Okay, so Jason, good question. Really good question. My hope is for next year, but I would say based on what I know about the player and what I've seen, and I think I've seen like many times these type of players come out of the KHL and just being able to adjust. I don't know if next year is enough. So I would say if they don't want to rush him and truly when he's ready, the 2023-2024 season, which seems far away, but they knew when when drafting Amirov, he was going to be somewhat of a project, somewhat of just like a slow development, and that he wanted to stay in Russia for a little bit. So I think Amirov's going to be such a stud, and that's why I predicted Amirov to go to the Leafs, because I wanted him so bad, and that's why I celebrated, even though other people were giving me shit saying, why wouldn't you want Braden Schneider, the big defenseman? No, you don't draft by position in the NHL draft. That's just stupid. That's how you draft busts. You want to ask me how teams in the NHL draft busts? That's how you do it. You draft on position. You draft on style. No, you don't do that in the NHL draft. Maybe you do that in the NFL draft. You don't do that in the NHL draft. Amirov is a really good pick. And I'm not saying Schneider's not going to be a good pick, Mike. Schneider's probably still going to be a good player. But at the 15 spot, Amirov was the best player on the board, I believe. Well, that's what I'm saying, Jason. So I'm saying the 2023-2024 season. I think that's reasonable. He'll be 22 at that point, I believe. Well, no, Gabby, that can't happen until the 28th now. I don't think. Unless I'm tripping. But I think they have to, because the window's over, I think they have to wait till the 28th now. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure. We got 255 in the chat. Let's go. Welcome. Let us know if you're a new viewer in the chat. How can Dubas not understand how angry Leafs... No, he understands. Trust me, he understands. I just don't think he's going to let Leafs Nation sway what he's doing. Trust me. I've added Kyle Dubas a couple times. Bro, you guys want to actually see something really funny? You guys are going to have a good laugh. If you guys follow me on Twitter, you probably saw this. If not, you didn't, obviously. But, let's see here. I'm trying to see. Okay, well, I did this. I added Kyle Dubas here, but I did it like a few, maybe weeks ago or a couple weeks ago. What's up, Camden? The Owls are heavily rumored right now to bring in Parise and possibly Suter as well. Sorry, I'm trying to find this. Because I think you guys are going to have a good laugh. Okay, here, look, right here. So, I can't believe the Penguins are possibly leaving Jared McCann unprotected after the year he had, and with his age and versatility. Add a very good and a very good cap hit with RFA status after. Penn should at least try to get a return like the Avs did with Grays. And then I at Kyle Dubas. And then even Ian goes, he answered your request, John. Let's go. And then bye-bye, Jared McCann. No longer a Leaf. But this was like a couple days before the trade. I was like, at Kyle Dubas, at Jared McCann. So I'm hoping that now that I added Kyle Dubas for Christian Dvorak, it works. So I just wanted to show you guys that. Pretty funny. Whoa! Ken Holland bomb. No qualifying offers Cahoon or Jujhar Khaira. I hope, Jason. I want Dvorak and I'd be so down for Dvorak and Connor Garland for the Leafs. Okay. Oilers continue to push a 3-year deal. Barry prefers 4. Oilers have kicked tires on Ristolainen. Please! I will laugh if the Oilers think their problems are solved with Tyson Barrie or Rasmus Ristolainen. Oh my god. I love it. Honestly, how can you feel as shit about the Leafs when the Oilers are doing their thing right now? Like, truly. I feel for Oilers fans, man. Hey, Oilers fans, we tight. Oilers fans, I got you. But at the same time, I feel less shit about the Leafs knowing the Oilers are a thing right now. Oh my god. Dazik Doc says, Oilers playing defense, what's that? Because, man, I said that last night. I was like, and again, this is not even like a shitting on Oilers fest. It's more just to make Leaf fans more at ease. Because either way, Oilers fans are going to feel like shit. The Leafs, yeah, sure. The Leafs choked a 3-1 lead. That's embarrassing. That's a freaking chokers written all over it. But the Oilers got swept by the team that got swept by the team that beat Toronto in 7. If that makes sense. Like, literally the Oilers got swept by the team that got swept by the team that beat Toronto in 7. That's a tough L. But yeah, the Leafs are chokers, 100%. Big chokers. Toronto Maple Leafs up there at this point with the Atlanta Falcons. Like, it's bad. Anyways, we got 313 in the chat. Let's go. Hit that subscribe button. Drop a like. We're waiting for this Hyman rumor or news to drop. We're waiting for a bunch to go down right now. But shit's about to happen, I think. Hey, Andrew with the 5. Let's go. Let's get some Andrew hype in the chat. Let's go. Yeah, Bergevin does want Perry back. Okay, guys, I have a question for you guys. If the Islanders manage to bring in Parise, Suter, and Tarasenko, is that done for them for the offseason, and that's a big dub? I don't know if they're able to pull off all 3, but Suter and Parise are heavily rumored with the Islanders right now, especially Parise. Gabby, you think one more depth forward? Well, Gabby, they already acquired Richard Panik, right? They already have Panik, To me, again, I think if they're going to trade for, like, Tarasenko, just to do the guy a favor, attach Bellows in that trade, man. Like, enough with this bullshit. You already wasted Ho-Sang. Like, bro, I'm about to rant on this man. Like, Lou Lamoriello's done such great things, but I'm sorry. Sometimes you have to put it aside to, like, think about the human being here and think about the player himself for his career. This guy with Bellows is about to pull off freaking Ho-Sang Part 2 if these guys don't trade him. Like, they're not going to give him an opportunity. They're not going to let him play, it seems like. Trade him. Oh my god. Trade both of them. Trade Ho-Sang and Bellows somewhere. Like, I'm done with that. Like, why are you just going to hold on to them and let their value keep sinking? Yeah, are we almost at 100 likes? Sorry, that's one of the things I almost go on a rant at because I hate when teams do that. Oh! Sorry. Oh my gosh. Coyotes, Shane Gostisbehere. Whoa! Bomb! Whoa! That's a bomb. That's the first bomb of the day. Woo! Oh, wow. That's massive. Sheesh. Damn. I wonder. Oh my god. I will actually get mad if the Flyers snag Connor Garland here. Stop. This has got to just be a cap dump, please. Please don't actually attach other things and get Garland. I'll get so mad. Holland confirms no big game hunting for $7 or $8 million D-man, so no Dougie Hamilton, it would seem. Good. Oh my god, imagine OEL to the Flyers. Stop. Oh my god, imagine just Gostisbehere and Voracek go to Arizona. Let's bring in OEL. I doubt it, man. I doubt it. Well, man, it might be partially a cap dump. They just brought in Ryan Ellis. They don't need Gostisbehere in that cap hit. They don't have much leverage with it. I'm not saying it's going to be a full out like bad cap dump, but like I don't think they're going to get much unless they attach something else to Gostisbehere. No. Stop. Oh my. How? Why is Carolina trading Nedeljkovic? What? Oh my god. Let's see this return. Detroit. No way, Detroit. No way, Detroit. No way, Detroit. What is going on? I told you. Oh my god, Detroit probably gave up so much. I want to give a prediction to this. Oh my. Did Detroit acquire an extra first round pick? Or a second? Oh my god. I'm trying to think what they possibly could have. What is Carolina must be re-signing Mrazek then. Or getting Freddie Anderson. That is so random. That is like the last thing. Steve Yzerman holds his cards so close to his chest. We never know what Steve Yzerman's doing. Like, ever. Oh my. I thought Nedeljkovic did well. They must be going for like a big time goalie or going for like just to bring back Mrazek or Freddie. Like, oh my. That's so random. Zeta, stop. There's no way that's the return. Fleece! Stevie Y Fleece! No! Oh my god, that's the biggest fleece I've ever seen! Oh my Stevie Y, you fleece machine! Stop! Oh my god, Stevie Y just absolutely just torched them. What? Stop. Carolina must be re-signing Bernier. That must be like in the deal. It must be confirmed in the deal. It's still a fleece job because they were losing Bernier regardless probably. But it must be in the deal here that they're going to re-sign Bernier. So on the surface, it might be okay for Carolina because if Bernier plays well for them, they don't give a shit, right? But on the surface, in terms of asset management, why Carolina? It must have been so expensive to re-sign Nedeljkovic. If they don't re-sign Bernier, bro, a third for Nedeljkovic, what a fleece. Oh my God, Stevie Y. We got 440 in the chat. Oh my. Bro. Oh my. Are you out of your mind? Are you out of your mind? Bro. Oh my. Stop. Okay. I don't even know, bro. That came out of nowhere. I'm going to send out a tweet, guys. Welcome to all the new subscribers. Hit that like button. I am like tripping. I did not expect something like that. Guys, what do you... Just on the surface right now, based on what you know, how would you rate Stevie Y's performance in that trade? Oh my... Oh my... Stevie Y is literally a fleecing machine. Oh my God, bro. I'm literally flipping right now. Jeez. I mean, I guess the Hurricanes are tired of, like, the inexperience. They just want an experienced goalie. But, like, I love Bernier, but is that really the answer? Kevin, thank you so much for subscribing. Okay. Oh, my. Hyman got traded? Greg, it seems like Hyman, the trade is going to go down soon. Guys, if you want to follow me on Twitter, there's my Twitter. I'm on my burner account right now. If you want to follow my burner account, you have to find out what it is first. That's so cheap. Carolina, what are you doing? Oh my God. I thought the ask was going to be like $5 million. Oh my God. Guys, am I tripping? 3.5 is nothing. Nothing. Oh my God. I must be living on a different frickin' planet. That is such a Carolina L. Bro. The Leafs should have sauced over a second and Freddie for that. So 2 years left in an AV of 4.5. Maybe Gostisbehere bounces back in Arizona, or has a good year in Arizona. But we still don't know the trade details on that. Yeah, like that's what I'm saying. That's so reasonable. I am so confused. Guys, this is a kind of move that completely questions my hockey knowledge, to be honest. I look at a deal like this, and I'm literally like, Carolina, what are you possibly doing? Again, if they re-sign Bernier in their head, they think, okay, we're getting a more experienced goalie, a goalie that's been really good on a bad team, and a third-round pick for a 25-year-old goalie who has not completely proven himself on multiple seasons. Nedeljkovic had a really good year last year, but he hasn't proven that on any other occasion. So I guess Carolina's feeling risky on committing to him. But at the same time, you take that bet. $3.5 million, you take that freaking bet. Chris says, as a Hurricanes fan, I'm taking my talents to Seattle. Welcome, Hurricanes and Red Wings fans in the chat. Welcome if you're a new subscriber. We're trying to get to 40,000 by the end of this week. I would appreciate it if you subscribe. Your name will pop up on the screen. But more importantly, let me know in the chat what you think right now. I want to read your comments. Let me know what you think on this news. How much of an L is this for Carolina? Or do you think this possibly could turn into a W if Bernier and Mrazek end up being like one of the better tandems in the league? That's the only thing I'm thinking here. Because it's the rights to Bernier. Like, it's not even guaranteed they'll sign him. That's why I'm saying, like, if they made this trade, you better freaking have a, like, Bernier about to freaking sign the dotted line, man. Drew says, buddy, I have made smarter trades in fantasy. Yeah, well, Gabby, that's what I'm saying. If Bernier goes off, none of this matters. Like, what we're saying, like, Tripp in Carolina, it doesn't matter. If they sign Bernier, as I just said, if they sign Bernier to $2 or $3 million per, like, if they sign Bernier to $3 million per for a couple years, and he goes to Carolina and goes off, none of what we're saying freaking matters because they got the guy they wanted. But my problem in that is either one, you should have just signed Bernier outright and traded Nedeljkovic for a better package. Or two, just don't make the trade. Bet on your guy. Like, you guys know, like, it's funny how we live in extremes here on this live stream right now. We have freaking Kyle Dubas. We're going to the Leafs side of things. I don't give a shit. You guys can sure. Kyle Dubas on one side, just like being like crazy, like confident and like belief in his guys. And then you have Carolina just going, Nedeljkovic for a third and Bernier's rights? Sure. It hasn't worked for us this year, so let's just sauce Nedeljkovic for nothing. You want to join the HTH Discord? Well, the mods can drop the link for you. Do the Canes pull the Bernier-Reimer duo again? Jackson, that would be hilarious. Even she's freaking out. Oh, recent article. Let me see here. Let's take Nedeljkovic out of it for a second and think some logical reasons. Let's say Nedeljkovic has the best arbitration case in the world. I mean, but still, man. He was requesting 3.5. Even if the Canes gave him 4. Like, I'm not saying that's a bad deal. It's a bet, man. Like, look. Again, he didn't do it more, like, than, like, well, that was a very short sample size, so don't read too much into that, because that was only, what, 1 game? But 23 games, 932 save percentage in front of or behind a really good defense. He showed it in the playoffs. Nedeljkovic, it was not his fault in the playoffs whatsoever. It was Tampa Bay, and in a couple of games, he only allowed 2 or 3 goals against the Lightning. So you take that bet, but that's the only perspective I see. It's like it's only been for 1 season. So Flyers getting cap relief. That's why I'm saying it. I think this is more of a cap dump. Unless the Flyers start attaching a prospect and a pick and get Connor Garland here, I think this is more of a cap dump. But we'll see. I know, but Gabby, they're not locking... Like, Binnington got locked and paid. 3.5 is not getting freaking paid. That's what Chris Drieger just got. That's like a 1B, like, price right there. 3.5 is not a starter's price. 3.5 is a 1B price. And to me, Nedeljkovic is going to be at least that. See, that's not even a risky bet. Oh, it's insane, Matt. Yeah, Drieger at 3.5. That's what I'm saying, Michael. Nedeljkovic is apparently asking for 3.5, so the exact same. I think the Canes just are panicking or something. Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know if they're trying to convince Dougie Hamilton that they're a contender. They're trying to bring in experience. I don't know what... I can't reason with this move right now. I can't. The only way this move works out is if they re-sign Bernier and Bernier just goes off in Carolina, which is very possible because Carolina's defense is really solid, and I think Bernier could be in a really good role with Mrazek if that's the tandem. But Stevie Y is such a genius, bro. Stevie Y, this is like a classic Stevie Y taking advantage of the vulnerable. The Red Wings and Stevie Y have nothing to lose right now. Literally nothing to lose. And they have so much cap space, and to be honest, they have nothing but leverage because they're just building from the bottom up. Their bad contracts are gone, basically. Like, the only bad contract I think is left is, I think they have, 1 year left on Franz Nielsen and 2 years left on De Kaiser. They have so much cap space. Oh my gosh. It's, I don't know, man. Oh my. But what do we think, guys? Does Philly have to attach a pick here? Or do you think they might get like a low-key piece back? What if Philly just snags Pitlick from Calgary? I don't know. We're still waiting for confirmation on the Nat trade, by the way. That was heavily rumored like a few hours ago that Pitlick was going to Calgary from Seattle. Gunther could go as high as Anaheim. Hard hit. Pure captain. That's what I'm thinking, Denver. I've been saying that. But I also will say, I think Ghost could have success in a different scenario. Like, I've always liked Ghost, to be honest. Good on the power play. Yeah, like, I've always liked Ghost. I think he's gotten buried a little bit in Philly. You want Garland as a Canuck? Man, I think teams should be pouncing on Connor Garland. Like, sometimes just don't overthink. This is what teams did with Marchessault. You saw the success of Marchessault in the AHL. You saw the success of Marchessault in Florida. And somehow Florida was still willing to give him up. Like, this is why I'm saying about Nedeljkovic. Sometimes just do not overthink things. You see a player play well for a season or two, and you see it at the NHL level, you do not second guess it. You bet on that, especially if it's your guy. The Coyotes just don't care about Connor Garland or paying him right now. So if I'm another team, you freaking get Connor Garland. But you're telling me Arizona actually... Stop. Arizona, bro. Stop. No, they didn't. What are these trades right now? If there's not... If they just took on the full 4.5 for a second and a 7th. Arizona, weren't you trying... Arizona! Zeta, weren't you trying to... Or Zito. Oh my god. I did it again, Zeta. Aren't you trying to frickin'... Or not Zito, Armstrong. Why am I saying Zito? I'm thinking of Florida right now. Armstrong, sorry. I'm all over the place because I can't even think. What are these trades? Armstrong, what are you doing? What is Armstrong doing? What? Am I missing something here? Bro, I'm not trying to criticize all these moves, but what is going on? Well, it is true. If Seattle could have freaking taken Gostisbehere and flipped them for a second instead of freaking taking Carson Twarynski, that's actually big point there from Jay Fresh. What an L for Seattle. They could have freaking taken JVR or Gostisbehere and got pieces in return. This just proves it. How is Philly getting a 2nd and a 7th? CD with the 3 says, what are you expecting in return for Hyman? It's just his right, so probably like a 3rd round pick. What is going on right now? I actually don't know. I actually don't know what's going on right now. But CD, thank you so much for the donation. Let's get some CD hype in the chat. Wait. Oh. Okay. What? I think Friedman screwed up. Wait, he's saying Gostisbehere a 2nd and 7th going to Arizona. So Friedman screwed up on his tweet. You guys are seeing what I'm seeing, right? I'm not tripping. That's why I was shocked. I was like, there's no way. So Friedman screwed up. Man, Friedman does not screw up often. I think Friedman screwed up. That's why he's saying return. Right? Yeah, Friedman kind of screwed up, to be honest. Okay, so that's a Yotes W. That's a W for the Yotes. Bro, Friedman, what happened, buddy? Friedman's going to come out and correct that. Yo, guys, retweet the show to this. Friedman on the Kako. Friedman on the Kako. Friedge had a little bit too much cocoa this morning. Oh, okay, here we go. Wait, is this official? Or is he just... Oh, NHL Puck News just doing this? I thought it was official maybe from the team. Yeah. So that's essentially what it is. It's a Gostisbehere, a second, and a seventh going to the Coyotes. That's a W for the Coyotes. Big W for the Coyotes. I'm going to get blocked. Well, this is my burner account, so... I didn't say anything. I said he's on Kako, which on that tweet he is. I'm trying to see if I missed anything here. Let's see. How many people got in the chat? 550? Okay, give me a sec. Yeah, that's a Coyotes W, man. Oh! Wow. What a steal for Detroit. Guys, look at this shit. Look at this shit. Oh my... Chat. Who's it? Where is it? I think it's this guy, the agent, right? Yeah. Oh my... Okay. What a steal. Stevie Y is such a beast, man. Stevie Y is such a beast. Oh my god. Stevie Y is such a beast. Even if it's only a 2-year deal, but man. That is so worth it. Yeah, it's a bet, man. This is not a lose situation. This is a win-win situation. It's only a 2-year deal. If it doesn't work out, the contract's over. If it works out, you pay him big to be your starter. Carolina, that's such a fat L. Even if Bernier pans out, that's such an L. See, Freeman corrected himself. Sorry, picks go to Arizona. I typed the wrong word. 2022 second and 7th Arizona. So, Friedge was on the Kako. How could you do this to us? I was freaking out. I was like, Arizona took such an L. I thought we watched back-to-back L trades. But that's a huge W for Arizona. That makes more sense now. Oh my god, guys, I thought my freaking hockey knowledge was just going out the shitter. I was like 2 shit trades in a row. And guys, that's not really that bad of a trade for Philly. They create the cap space for themselves. It's 2 more years at 4.5. Sometimes it takes a second or third like that for contracts. Like sometimes it even takes a first. So I don't think it's that much of an L for Philly. It creates cap space for themselves. And again, to me, they got a pretty good deal for Ryan Ellis. So think of it a way as they got a steal in terms of the value for Ryan Ellis, and then just threw in an extra second to create the cap space that they essentially got with Ryan Ellis. Because Ellis is at, I think, at 6 mil, right? And Gostisbehere's at 4.5, so not too far off. Anyways, 560 in the chat, guys. Hey, we are right now, which is like pretty crazy. I didn't even realize we were this close. We are 45 subs away from 39.7K. 45 subscribers away. I know there's 45 people in here that have not subscribed yet. So, hey, welcome if you're new. I do streams like this almost every day. And, yeah, it's free to drop a like as well. Free to subscribe. So, won't plug too much for the channel. But, again, if you just missed it, the Hurricanes acquire Nedeljkovic. Or, sorry, that's the other way around. So, ignore that. TSN, are you on Kako? No. That's wrong. That's wrong. TSN, Kako alert. But anyways, Red Wings receive Nedeljkovic. Hurricanes receive Bernier in a 3rd round pick. Hey, thank you, Brandon. I really appreciate that. Yeah, man, it's not easy to grow on YouTube, so you got to put in the work. But hey, Arizona's taking W's, man. Arizona is taking big W's. Yotes are taking dubs lately. Just tweeting off the burner account. Hey, Lone Wolf, thank you so much for subscribing. Oh, shit. I leaked the burner account. No! What's up, Rito? Owen, Kako is like You're on something good. Damn, I leaked the burner account. That's not good. Shh. Guys, no snitching. No snitching on the burner account, please. I'll get in a lot of shit. No snitching. Guys, you guys promise, right? I trust you guys. I trust the chat. I don't think anyone's gonna leak my burner account. I hope not. Whoa, what's going on here? Okay. No snitches. No snitching, come on. Oh my gosh. That's actually crazy, man. Let me get water for a second. But what do we... like, oh my... I don't know what to even think about that. Come on, Dubas. Do something to frickin' light up my day. In either a good or bad way. Hey, how's it going, goalie girls in the chat? Who do you think the Habs will target if they lose Weber's salary? Well, I'll throw out a few names. And again, I don't want to spoil too much for a video, but this is kind of what I've been thinking. So I would imagine they check in on Dougie Hamilton, of course. But I'll give you two names because I don't want to spoil it because I do have a Habs video coming up where I go over their targets for the offseason. But two names from Montreal. One being David Savard. I think David Savard could be a fit. And if Weber's not playing. And I think another fit could be Kuznetsov. I think if they wanted another center and if they were losing Deneau, I think they're confident in Suzuki, they could use another offensive weapon. Kuznetsov could be due for a bounce back. He wouldn't be costing too much because of his contract. So that's two names we'll throw out there lightly. Anyways, please don't spam. Duran, Suzuki, Caulfield is a line that needs to happen. Yeah, Steven, we'll see if Duran can play next year. Yeah, we'll see. Big fan, Cody. But yeah. Man, I think I'm going with the hot take and saying Gostisbehere can bounce back or do well in Arizona. When is Hyman being traded? Wolf, we don't know. We don't know. We're still waiting. Did you miss anything big? Yes, Joey. You missed this. And we'll pull up something else. I'm going to get a drink of water, guys. But you missed that and something else. Chat can fill you in. Oh, Patrick with a 10 says, yo, Johnny, we got 500 in the chat. We got 550 in the chat, but only 185 likes. Thank you so much for the donation, Patrick. Patrick, we got to get chat fired up. We got to get 500 likes in here. Only 184 likes. We're slacking out here, guys. We are slacking big time. Thank you so much. Let's get some Patrick hype. All right, let's refresh. Okay, no offense. I'm just going to... He tweets too much. The timeline's getting filled up. No offense. Love Sean Simpson, but gotta refresh here. The burner account's getting followers. That's funny. Sorry, that was disrespectful. That was bad for his marketing campaign right there. What's up, Robert? Let's get fired up. The likes are now 229. There you go, Mackie. What a W. Alright, sorry, just responding to a text. Okay, so we already got two trades. And, ooh, Nedeljkovic was a teammate of Dylan Larkins on that loaded Bell-Tire team that won a national championship back in the day. Ooh, let me do my research on that. Who else was on that team? Thank you so much, Robert. Yeah, we're on the way to 40K. We're 35 subscribers now away. Wow, we're getting close, guys, to 39.7. It'll be 300 to 40K. That's crazy. But let me do my research here quickly. Bell-Tire. Who else was on that team? I'm trying to find the team here. Okay, here we go. So this was the Bell Tire team, guys. I could probably pull it up on chat also. But Brendan Perlini, Dylan Larkin, Kyle Connor, Zach Werenski, and Nedeljkovic were on that team. And that was the Bell Tire U16 AAA team. Jeez, that's actually stacked. How many guys came out of that team? Frickin' Perlini, even though he hasn't panned out. But Larkin, Kyle Connor, Werenski, and Nedeljkovic. Damn, they were all on the same team back in the day. You hear an ambulance in the background? Yeah, they're wild, and hopefully everyone's okay. Okay, here we go. Bruins and Taylor Hall are working on the final details of this agreement, including no trade coverage. I'm including, no trade clause. When finalized and signed, Hall stays in Boston for 4 years at $6 million per season. What a W for Boston. I already knew that was going to happen, but what a W. Damn. Coyotes now have 7 second-round picks over the next 2 years, 3 this weekend, plus 4 next year, plus their own first next year. Hence the deals for Ladd and Ghost. Oh, man. I think the way Arizona's trending, it's so fine to have Ladd. It's only, 2 more years, I believe, right? Man, Arizona doesn't care. So, Bill Armstrong. That's W's from Bill Armstrong. Man, we almost have 600 in the live stream. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for being here. And yeah, welcome if you're new subscribers. It means a lot. All right. Evans is 4 years, $6 million. On time in NHL. There you go, Mackie. Sharoon says, yeah, but the Yotes are really going to bring the suck this season. Let's go. 600 in the chat. That's awesome. Hey, Jeremiah. Nah, you're the legend. You're awesome. All right. Well, that's what I'm saying. Ghost is a guy that could literally bounce back and put up some good offensive numbers in the top power play for Arizona. I feel like that's where you got to put him. You got to put Ghost and, CHICKERAN on the top power play unit, get CHICKERAN's shot, Ghost setting him up across the blue line, get Keller in there, get, if Kessel stays. I'm assuming that Dvorak and Garland will get traded because it seems like they will. Keller might stay, but they're looking into trading everyone right now, to be honest. The only player that's, untouchable right now for Arizona is, Jake CHICKERAN. That's, it. Everyone else I've heard in some kind of trade rumor. And then maybe, they're going to keep, Soderstrom and Barrett Hayden. But outside of that, it's they could trade everyone. Okay, so yeah, Arizona is taking on the whole contract, which makes sense. If they give a second in Philly's perspective and retain cap, that'd be stupid. Yeah, we'll see. Man, that's so cheap. And LeBron's, confirming it. I still don't understand what was the perspective for Carolina. Hey, Doug, thank you so much for subscribing. Hey, that means a lot when people give me a chance, It's free to subscribe, so it means you're betting on the hockey channel and hoping that it's going to be good coverage on this channel and good streams, so I appreciate that a lot. All right, Jordan, what can I do to cheer you up? I mean, do I need to remind you how good of a team you guys still got, right? I think the big thing is, if you guys don't bring back Hamilton, there's still a lot of other options in free agency, and I will say I'll give you kind of a vote of confidence in Bernier here, and just saying if they do re-sign Bernier, I think Bernier is one of the most underrated goalies in the league. I don't agree with this trade in Carolina's perspective, but I love Bernier, and I do think Bernier and Mrazek in a tandem could work. So I don't really agree with the trade, but that's your positive comment for me. Tiash and Moron, thank you so much for subscribing. Appreciate it. Yeah, you can curse if you need to. Drager? What is Drager saying? Did it not pop up for me? I'm following Drager on this account. Yeah, Shay, we already looked on that. That's not a surprise, Shay. That's been, like, reported, like that was the rumor, like, days ago. Like, we knew that was going to come. I was pretty confident. Like, I said I could see Taylor Hall, like, if it didn't work out in Boston, going maybe to Toronto or Edmonton or, like, where he's familiar with. But I think he likes Boston. And I honestly think that when he had the success he had instantly with Boston, I think it was a no-doubter he was going to return. Because you don't fool around with that shit. Players know that. Like, I've said that about certain players, like JT Miller in Vancouver, at a smaller scale, but like Alex Galchenyuk with Toronto. Trying to think of other scenarios, like Robbie Fabry in Detroit. Like, there's certain times where a player is like in a rut or not doing well with a certain team. If you go to a new team, and even despite the money, despite the contract, bet on yourself to continue to play well with that team and then cash in. And honestly, in Taylor Hall's perspective here, this is like not even that great of a deal for him. Like, this is only 4 years. He's going to be done at 33. He's better hope that he's still going to be good at 33, or else that's going to be done for his paying career. He's going to get just $1 million contracts. And $6 million is super cheap for a guy that I believe can score 25 goals, 60, 70 points in an 82-game season right now. Like, $6 million, that's it. So that's such a dub for Boston. We got 615 in the chat. Alex, thank you so much for subscribing. That really means a lot. Who do I think will get Eichel? Robert, I made a video if you want to check on the channel. But I've been saying, like, Minnesota, Anaheim, LA, Rangers. They offered 1.5 for Nedeljkovic. Oh my god, that is so disrespectful. Waddell, you good? $1.5? Is Carolina good? That is so disrespectful. What? 1.5? Thank you so much, Tanner, for subscribing. I really, really do appreciate that, bro. Thank you. Oh my. Ooh, Rangers signed Gaudreau. Is this gonna be a screw up from Rick, or did he nail it this time? Hey, it looks like Rangers might be signing Gaudreau, but oh my god, my brain hurts right now, guys. 1.5. Stop. Carolina, just no. Like, I've never seen that before. Like, lowballing is one thing. 1.5 for your fairly young goalie who just put up a 920 save percentage in the playoffs and 930 save percentage in the season, and you offered him 1.5. $3.5 is not even expensive. 3.5 is so cheap. Oh my god. I don't even know what to say anymore, guys. I must be living on a different planet than Carolina. Friggin' Don Waddell, what is he doing? I must be living on a different planet. Yeah, literally. Nedeljkovic was the #1 guy. He played really well against Tampa, except for the one game. I don't know, Harry. Harry, if you're calling the Red Wings a dark horse for the playoffs, that would be knocking out Montreal, I believe. So, I don't think the Red Wings, as much as I want to give shouts to the Red Wings, and I actually want them to do well, like, my best bud's a Red Wings guy, like, I have a lot of friends that are Red Wings fans, I just don't think they're there yet. Unless they start building crazy pieces here in the offseason, because they have a lot of cap space. So, it's possible if they start doing that. But the Atlantic Division's so tough that, like, I think there's like 4 or 5 teams out of the Red Wings still right now. Alex, do you think the Habs are not making the playoffs? Damn. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Why is Carolina hoarding all this cap space? If they're not going to bring back Dougie Hamilton, what are they trying to do? Imagine Carolina shocks the hockey world and just like brings in Tarasenko and Landeskog or some shit. Guys, would you lose your crap if Carolina just randomly brought in Landeskog and Tarasenko or something like that? Oh my god, imagine. Imagine a top 6 of Svechnikov, Aho, Teravainen, Landeskog, Trocheck, Tarasenko. Man, there's been rumors of Carolina wanting like a legit sniper. Tarasenko would fit that mold. And Carolina and St. Louis have made trades before. Yeah, maybe Niederreiter gets flipped to St. Louis and they attach like a pick and a prospect for Tarasenko. Maybe. Well, yeah, Marty Natchez is gross, Austin. I mean, yeah, you don't even have to acquire another guy. Like, you could just have Natchez in the top 6 as well with Tarasenko. I just wanted to throw that out there because I did read something about Tarasenko potentially to the Hurricanes. I still think there's other teams that are more possible. Like, I think the Islanders right now, I think I would put my money on them going more safe because they're trying to re-sign Pelican Bavillier. And I think the Flyers now are going to make a move with the cap space they just got with Gostisbehere. I think the Flyers are locked in for making a big move again. I don't think they're done after Ryan Ellis. So we'll see. But I think Carolina, with all this cap space, and if they don't bring back Dougie Hamilton, either one of two things happen. They go for a different defenseman, or if they're confident in Jake Bean, they just sign Bernier and Mrazek as a tandem, or Bernier and someone else, and then they go after a big name. And like I said, it's either through a free agency signing, like a Landeskog, or they go after a Tarasenko. CD with the 6. Thank you so much for the donation. Says, what do you think the Leafs will do with the 10 million cap space? So I was talking about this, and again, I don't want to talk too much about stuff that I'll be making in video. So again, when I do post videos on this channel, guys, please check them out because I do put work into them and thought and research and kind of my background and what I know. But I'll say this. If Hamilton doesn't re-sign, I said this last night and I'll say it again because I'll double down. If Hamilton doesn't re-sign in Carolina, I think Toronto and Seattle are 2 of the favorites. I believe that. I could be wrong, but I believe Toronto and Seattle are 2 of the favorites. I'm not saying that they're the only 2 favorites. They're 2 of the favorites, I think. If Hamilton was leaving, like Carolina for sure. I don't think people care if you say in your vid. What do you mean, Logan? Like if I say now and then say in the vid as well, or what do you mean? How long is the... No, Bill, it's not a trade deadline. The freeze just got lifted, so people can trade for the rest of the offseason now. But they've been waiting, so that's why trades are going to drop today. Marcus, Nedeljkovic to Detroit for a 3rd and the rights to Jonathan Bernier. Shane Gostisbehere along with the 2nd and 7th to Arizona. And the rumored trades right now, Hyman, that's not been confirmed yet, and Pitlick, not been confirmed yet. I don't think there's been anything else. How do I think the Pens are looking so far? Well, Rory, I think the Pens are going to try to get another guy in their bottom 6, but right now, it doesn't look too bad. I mean, they lost the contracts of Tanev and McCann, so they have some cap space. Obviously, lost assets just for nothing, basically. But they have Ashton Reese still in that bottom 6. They have Teddy Bluger in that bottom 6. I think they're okay in terms of their 4th line. It's probably in around that middle 6 they have to improve, and then maybe a defender, and then their goaltending situations, a thing they have to solve. Cassidy, thanks for the comment. Kessel getting traded. I could see it. I don't think they mind keeping Kessel because he's got such a low salary for this year. His cap is high, but his salary is low, and Arizona loves contracts like that. But at the same time, Arizona knows that they're trying to just, like, recoup picks. So if someone was to offer, like, 2... like picks or a 2nd round pick for Kessel, and like I think Arizona would even be willing to retain salary if it was like a 1st, you know. So we'll see. No, Goudreau got traded for a 7th round pick for his rights to the Rangers, and now it seems like it's confirmed that he signed. So for 6 years, 3.6, that was what was the rumor. So no surprises there. Barclay Goudreau will be a New York Ranger. What a dub for the Red Wings. Oh my gosh. What a dub for the Red Wings. Let's see. Reimer and Bernier reunite in Carolina. Well, Reimer's a free agent, so he might not re-sign in Carolina. But for now, they're both under the rights of Carolina, yeah. Okay, so THT. Great question. So, no. Unless they trade one of... I did the math on this the other day. So, in that scenario, they would have to bring in Parise and Suter on minimum deals or close to it. Which, I don't know about Suter. Parise, I think they can get on a $1 million deal or less. So, that's fine. So, I'll answer it with a little bit of an adjustment in your question. Not Suter. Parise, sure. Trade Thomas Hickey. Bring in Tarasenko. And re-sign all of your RFAs. Yes, I think they could do that. And sign Zizekas. So, yes, to answer your question, yes, I think the Islanders have the room to do it. But bringing in Suter and bringing in a forward like that, I don't know what Suter's requesting. If Suter wants like just $1 million to be on a contender, sure, that they'll have the space for that. But yeah, they'll have the room for their current RFAs and Zizekas, and then they could bring in Parise. And if they trade Hickey, they'll have space for like a Tarasenko. I think I did the math on this. Hickey is $2.5 million, I believe, so that would create enough space to bring in an extra guy. Especially if they move both Hickey and Komarov. But I think Hickey's a little bit more reasonable to move. And yeah, friggin' ship Hickey to Arizona or Detroit for like attach a third to him. Ree, where are you hearing that? Or are you seeing it on Twitter? Hearing and seeing are two different things. Where are you hearing that from? Kevin Kurtz. I think I'm following him on this account. Oh, shit. I just scrolled past this. It just got posted. Whoa. 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 That's random. Timo Meier to the Devils. That's interesting. That is interesting. What would it cost for Tarasenko? I saw a report saying the Blues might hold on to Tarasenko regardless of it. Yeah, I mean, I'll give an example with the Islanders. Like, I think Tarasenko would cost probably... Well, they dumped a bunch of second-round picks, but I would imagine no team wants to give up first unless the Blues retain a little bit. So, like a second, Bellows, Hickey, and I don't know, one of their roster players for like it's something like that. If the Blues want to retain maybe a couple mil, then I could see a team giving up a first-round pick. Like, for example, Philly. I think Philly would give up a first-round pick if the Blues retained a couple mil on Tarasenko. Jalen, you're a Sharks fan? There you go. Respects. Yeah, Evan. I heard, yeah, I kind of saw the same thing. That, yeah, so that's what people are saying right now. Tarasenko could remain with the Blues despite trade request. I don't agree with doing that, man. I know the value's low right now, but sometimes just, even if the value's low, creating the cap space for yourself, if they're going to keep him, they better hope Tarasenko just freaking... like, puts his pride aside and just explodes in the first half of the season with the Blues. Because otherwise, this is going to backfire on them real quickly. But, I mean, I wouldn't say I think it's stupid for them not to trade him. Okay, here we go. Kraken are trading Pitlick to the Flames for a 4th-round pick. So they were really valuing that 4th-round pick. Yeah, Kraken. Woo! All right, so the Kraken selected Pitlick in the expansion draft from Arizona, and he gets flipped for a 4th-round pick to the Flames. The Flames love these kind of guys, eh? Pitlick, Richie, Levo. There you go. Yeah, we expected this. We saw this morning, so no surprise there. Pitlick for a 4th. No surprise. Attaboy, Cervelli. I mean, Bacon, it's only a 4th-round pick, but whatever. Any offer sheet will be matched. Just openly says. All right, Pettersson. Imagine Montreal's like, Bergevin's like, yeah, any offer sheet will be matched. Okay, well, we got Weber going on LTIR. Pettersson, here's 11 mil. Guys, how much would Benning shit himself if Bergevin threw like a 10 or 11 mil offer sheet at Pettersson? Benning would just be shitting bricks. How's it going, Rye Guy? Thanks for being here. Trade time. Sad says, what did I miss? A lot, I'd say. You missed a decent amount. Gene says, you are aware draft picks go the other way, right? What do you mean I am aware that draft picks go the other way? Yeah, for an offer sheet, yes, I'm aware. I didn't wake up yesterday, bro. Obviously, I'm aware that if they threw 11 mil, that's 4 first-round picks. But I'm pretty sure they could go up to, isn't it 10.6, 10.5, 10.4? And it'd be, I think, 2 firsts, I think. So they could offer, someone could offer sheet Pettersson for 10 point whatever. I mean, frig, we can literally check right now. You want to check right now the exact compensation? I think it's like 10.6. It's like the highest, or the second highest tier. Let me see. Is it 10.3? I knew it was around there. I don't have the exact point something in my head, but sorry, it's 10.276. I knew it was some kind of weird number in the 10. So under from 8.2 to 10. So the Canucks could throw 10.2 at Pettersson, and it would be 2 first-round picks, a second-round pick, and a third-round pick. That's not even that bad. I think a team should just absolutely bait the Canucks. And that would put a stranglehold on the Canucks a little bit. Sorry, Canucks fans. I'm not saying I want that for your team, but I'm just saying that that's reasonable, man. 2 first-round picks for Petey, like a second and third, whatever. But like, you're getting Pettersson potentially. I think the Canucks still match it, but the thing is on that point, and the Habs have the picks to do it. That would put a tough position on the Canucks. They would have to trade one of their big names if that happened, because they do not want to put that money on Pettersson right now, unless it's like for the 7 years and they're assured of his health. Addis says it'd be juicy. What's going on with Petey? No. I was just saying that Benning came out at his news conference and just said that he'll match every offer, right here. We're going to match any offer sheet, he says. So what I'm just saying is, okay, so what happens if 2 teams throw $10.2 million at Pettersson and Hughes? You know what I mean? What if Montreal was just so freaking gutsy, and with this newfound cap space they have, and just go, all right, here's $10.2 million each for Pettersson. Well, they can't do both, but what I'm saying is one of them, and then another team comes in. You get what I'm saying? Is like if 2 teams come in and go Pettersson Hughes. I shouldn't have said the same team, but yeah, like if 2 different teams. Again, I don't think it's we talk about this every year. We talk about offer sheets and it never happens. But it's just funny that Benning is just like so solid and saying we're going to match any offer sheet. Just like, what do you mean any offer sheet? Obviously it's just Hughes and Pettersson. Like there's no other one that's like worth. Oh, Hughes is... Sorry, guys. I am a dummy. I just realized that. For some reason, I thought Hughes is up for an extension. So that would be next season. Pettersson's the one that's an RFA this offseason. Right? Sorry, that's my bad. I don't know why I thought Hughes. You know who I was thinking about? I was thinking about... Let me see. Bro. No, I was right. I was right. Hughes is an RFA. Am I confused? Oh, but he can't get offer sheeted. Yeah. Because he's on his, he's coming off his entry level deal. Yeah. You're right. I forgot about that rule. Yeah, you're right. You're right. I'm wrong. Hey, I'm tired. I'm getting back into it. You're right. You're right. He's coming off his ELC. I forgot Hughes was coming off his... Bro, I forget that Hughes is that young, to be honest, sometimes. You can offer for a case of beer? Yeah, no, guys, that's just me. I forgot Hughes was coming off his ELC. So ignore everything I said about Hughes, but Pettersson could get offer sheeted for 10.2 and it'd be 2 first-round picks. Trevor said, Trevor, you're crazy, bro. You got any players the Bolts could take for cheap? Man, you know what I'll say? I'll throw this out here because it did seem like a lot of people just assumed Seattle would keep him. Keep an eye on Calle Jarnkrok. There was rumors that Tampa, Toronto, among other teams, were looking at Calle Jarnkrok before, well, Philip Forsberg for other teams, but Calle Jarnkrok, 1 year left at $2 million. He's a UFA at season's end. There was heavy rumors that Tampa was looking at him for their replacement for their third line. But now they've lost Yanni Gourde and they'll probably lose Coleman. So I wonder if they try to reconstruct a different kind of third line. But look out for Calle Jarnkrok because he wasn't there in Seattle. He didn't show up on stage. And I think he's a UFA at season's end. Seattle, I don't know, might not want to pay him. So just keep an eye on that. What's going on, Sharaf? Thanks for being here. Yeah, I'm actually such a dummy for forgetting Hughes was coming off his ELC. I don't know why I forgot that, to be honest. Let's see. But wait, I forget how that works because I have to look more into the I've been kind of out of date at contracts. So I'm just thinking because Marner, I'm trying to think right now. Marner was coming off his ELC, right? And he was getting offer sheeted, or at least in conversations was getting offer sheeted. I don't know. I forget how that works right now. My brain's not working. Todd says that's the worst trade since Carolina got Scott Darling. It's because he didn't play enough games when he burned his first year. It didn't count as professional season. He's classified as a 10. Oh, yeah, the 10.2. Shame for Romanov next year. Gotcha. Well, Justin, I'm glad you're knowledgeable on that because I used to be really knowledgeable. I'm still knowledgeable on cap and stuff, and I know how cap works, obviously. Like, that's... I literally rip into people in my comments when they try to tell me otherwise, but... Thank you for educating me. Hey, I learn something every day, and yeah. Good point. I forgot that Hughes came. How many games did he play, by the way, on that first year when they burned it? Wasn't it? It was like 15 games, right? Because I remember following that, and Canucks fans and pretty pissed. I'm trying to remember how many games. It was like 15, 20 games that Hughes played towards the end of that 1 year. And I remember Canucks fans being mad because they're like, why wouldn't you just keep him out for a few games and just not burn his first year? He played 5? Yeah, but didn't he burn his first year on that? I thought he burned his first year on that year. Who did the Habs target to replace Weber? I kind of talked about it already. I think David Savard's maybe a target for them. Okay, so nothing else I'm getting on my phone. So yeah, I don't know. I think we talked about it. 1.4, yeah, 1.46 for Rasmussen. No, he didn't. Okay, then I don't know how that works then, because how did he not play enough games? I don't know, whatever. I would have to look into it. After the stream, I'm going to do my research on the Hughes contract and why it wasn't eligible, but Yeah, he does. I did see on Cap Friendly. He qualifies as a 10-point C. RFA. Nolan. Weber didn't officially retire, but... Oh, NCAA? Gotcha. Well, Justin, respects to you for being knowledgeable on that. I'm sure you've done your research. I gotta do my research on NCAA. Some contract slides, because clearly I'm not educated on that side of contracts, but... Oh, yeah, Cap Friendly is so good, guys. I'll recommend that for anyone in the chat right now. If you guys have any questions about contracts and stuff, literally rip through Cap Friendly. It explains so much. Like, literally, like, I'll just show you for an example. Like, all these, like, little, like, info things, or, like, if you go into certain players, like, for example, like, there's literally so much. Like, even for the, like, these little... I'm not saying that these are easy, but if you ever, like... want to like just rip through some of these. Cap Friendly is such a tool, man. Like, respects to the Cap Friendly peeps. So clutch. Christopher, I'll be making a video on top targets for each teams, but I'll throw one target at you for Boston. And I just talked about him earlier in the stream. If a guy like Martinez becomes available, like if Vegas doesn't re-sign Alec Martinez, Boston should go after him. I think that'd be a perfect fit for the Bruins. Do you think there's going to be a Habs trade today? Ooh. I'm not getting the sense that they'll make a trade today, but Bergevin also is so random, so don't be surprised if it goes down. Sign and trade, Paul. I think the Leafs might get like a 3rd round pick back, and he'll sign for 8 years at $5 million. I think that's the sense right now. Romanov could be a huge piece for Montreal for sure. But hey, how far are we away from 39.7? Oh shit, guys, we're 25 subscribers away. We need 25 of you to clutch up for 39.7. Then we'll be 300 away to 40K. That's crazy. Let's go. Kyle says, what do you think the Panthers should do? I know we need to get better on defense, but you can't go wrong trying to get a great forward. Yeah, Kyle. I think Florida is an underrated team for Landeskog for sure. I would say Florida. I want to throw one name at you in terms of free agency. I think they could just bring back, like... I was going to say they could bring back Montour. He looked decent there, but that's not going to help your defensive game. I would imagine they try to flip one of Gudis or Nudavara. Well, they should at the very least. And then trying to think of defenseman they could target. I'll get back to you on that. Hey, but thank you, Bill, for subscribing. That means a lot. And CD says, you see Price only out 6 to 8 weeks. Big nuts energy. Yeah, CD, we'll I don't have the info, bro. I don't know. Thank you so much for the don't know. I can't really speak to like the length of the injury, but it does seem like Price is going to be out for at least a couple months. So, yeah, I mean, 8 weeks potentially. Someday, thanks for subscribing. Season schedule is out soon, yep. David Savard could be a target for the Panthers too, yeah. Actually, you know who actually could... Alec Martinez could be a target for the Panthers. Martinez would be a really good fit for a lot of teams just because he has the versatility to play on both sides and he plays like really good transitionally and a good two-way game just overall. So if Alec Martinez goes to market, I think a lot of teams should go after him. Oilers targets. Again, I don't want to spoil things for videos, but I'll throw one target. An Oilers target. I mean, bro, based on what we're reading right now, it's going to be Ristolainen or Barrie, it looks like. But a forward target for the Oilers, I would go after Blake Coleman. I would do it. Blake Coleman, to me, would be a better option than Hyman to go after, but it looks like they're so locked in on Hyman. So I'd be shocked at this point if Hyman doesn't go to the Oilers. Man, a bunch of people were literally telling me, based on my video, based on my TikTok, like, oh, why are you always putting the Oilers as the favorite to get Zach Hyman? Oh, I wonder why. Maybe because they're potentially getting Zach Hyman. Where do I think Tarasenko's going? Yeah, go watch the video if you want. I made a video on that, but Philly seems like one of the favorites right now. So I'll go Philly and maybe Carolina or the Islanders as the other favorites, maybe. I think it would be really cool to see Tarasenko with Ovi, though, in Washington. I think that would be pretty cool. Maybe Kuznetsov for Tarasenko, 1-for-1. Imagine. What a hot take trade, but that could be good. Yo. I'm tweeting that out, I think. Or should I make that a video? I don't know. Let's see an absolute banger of a trade. I just thought of that. That could be actually a sick trade. 1, 4. What do you guys think? Tarasenko for Kuznetsov. Would that be a W or an L? Well, walking. The Blues are not getting much value right now for Tarasenko. You realize that, right? Like, that's why I think you need to realize Tarasenko's health. They're not getting much value. If Tarasenko was worth a lot more than that, there would have been a trade by now. Seattle would have picked Tarasenko. See, Sportsbeard's even saying Big L for Capitals. Like, that's why I'm saying. I think both sides are going to be, like, not happy with that potentially. But, like, it's a change of scenery for both teams. Ovechkin to the Canadiens. Yeah, in your dreams, Paul. Yeah, Trevor, that's what I'm saying. He's right now the doctor's saying Tarasenko's healthy, but that's a big if he's going to stay healthy. So, Rangers know that Yanni Gordon and Blake Coleman aren't part of the Gaudreau trade, right? For a contract. No, I don't think any team wants D'Angelo. But yeah, guys, if you do want to follow me on Twitter, Hot Take Hockey on Twitter. Kyle Jones, Sanford to the Red Wings. No Isles news, not so far. Is Seattle tanking for Shane Wright? Maybe Troy, but they could still be making other moves. Habs will acquire Bertuzzi in the offseason. Well, Gabriel, that'd be the second time the Leafs were rumored with a guy like that, like when they were rumored for Josh Anderson, and then the Habs scooped him up. Jimmy Benning. Should we listen to some of this press conference? Any Leafs news? Not right now, no. But yeah, guys, thanks for being here again. I do please hope you subscribe. I want, man, 40,000 would feel so good. Before this weekend, before I go back home for a couple days, it'd be so nice to have that motivation. Be able to party this weekend. Yo, 40K. I want to celebrate 40K with you guys this weekend. I feel like you guys want to, right? We're so close, man. We're so close. No, Aiden, all good. Hopefully golf was good. Hey, what's up, Akiva? Man, I've missed ya. How's it going? Max's landing spot. Man, St. Louis could be the... Imagine he goes from Colorado to St. Louis. That would cause so much chaos. I want the chaos. Donnie, Joe Thornton is a UFA. Like, I think Thornton's got to be done. No, it better not. Stop. No. I don't want that. No. Bro, if the Leafs take on Cassian, we better be getting like a second round pick along with that. Stop. Archibald. I don't care for Archibald, really. He's alright. Bro, the Leafs better be getting a second if they're taking on Cassian. Because Cassian would maybe be fine on the third line, but... I don't know about that. Anthony Stewart's got to chill. Troy, thank you so much for subscribing. Let's get some Troy hype in the chat. Yeah. By the way, who sent me that? Big shout out to Noah. Yo. Hot take. Where's pool party at? Yo, get pool party in Toronto. How big of a return for Kuznetsov? Daniel, I just said he's not going to get much. That's why it's just like both sides are going to be like, I said the hot take of Tarasenko for Kuznetsov, but at the end of the day, like, it's not even like it's a hot take, but like in terms of both players just like not showing well in the last year, like that's literally like big facts. All Caps fans don't want Tarasenko, eh? Man, I'm just saying, I think Tarasenko, Ovi, and Backstrom could be a fun line to watch. Like, guys, wouldn't that be fun? And then the second line could literally be Oshie, Wilson, and Eller. I think that's a pretty decent top six. Why not? Run it back, or even acquire another centerman after. Oh yeah, Mantha's in there as well. So like literally you've got like a sick top nine in general. Yeah, you could literally run, actually, you could run Tom Wilson on the freaking third line. You could have Backstrom, Tarasenko, Ovi, Mantha, Eller, Oshie, and then you could have like you could create a Tampa third line. You could get freaking Wilson on that third line, Sheary on that third line, and then someone else. Well, Darkness, do you want Kuznetsov or Tarasenko? You'd rather have Tarasenko over Kuznetsov? You're not getting much for Tarasenko. People need to get that at this point. If you want value, you're going to have to retain salary, which I don't think is what St. Louis wants. So that's why there's rumors right now that St. Louis might just end up keeping Tarasenko for a bit. So Benning says his team's calling about Nate Schmidt and talking trades, but that it wasn't that they were shopping him. Okay. Daniel Sprong, yeah, could be an underrated piece. Pool party to Toronto. Let's see it. Yeah, well, Daniel, they got to be careful. They don't want to rush McMichael, but I'm with you. I think McMichael could be a decent piece, and maybe even McMichael on that second line. If they want to set McMichael up for success right away, McMichael playing with Mantha and Oshie would be a good way to set him up for success, and then have a third line of Sheary, Eller, Wilson. Caps fans, you don't think that would be a W? Bro, I think that's such a W. Imagine this lineup. Please, that would be so much fun, Caps fans. Come on. That would be so much fun, Caps fans. Come on. Would that not be fun? Caps fans, would that not be fun? I think that would be a lot of fun. I think that would be a lot of fun to watch. Daniel Sprong? Yeah, you can put Sprong on the fourth line. I think they might lose Dowd, so I don't know whoever else you want to put on the... We'll just fill in Dowd for now. Assume they're bringing him back. Something like that. Yeah, imagine how... If Tarasenko's healthy, Backstrom would get a lot of assists on that line for sure. I think that's a W lineup if you're smart with your... If you try to flip one of the defensemen, get some cap space. I mean, Tarasenko and Kuznetsov literally have basically the same cap. So you're just swapping them. I don't think that's bad. That's pretty decent. I think that could be a playoff lineup in that Metro division. Guys, straight up, be honest. Is that a W or L? Jeremiah, I want your input. Is that a W or L? W or L in the chat. Oh, so a lot of you are saying W's now. Okay. Logan's saying L? Logan, I'm curious why you're saying L. Taco says W coming from an Isles fan. Well, I was just like putting the guys on their comfortable side. Like Oshie plays more comfortable on the right wing, I believe. Hey, Dino, how's it going? All right. How do I make this an unsent tweet? Give me a sec. Oh, I can just save it like that. Okay, cool. All right. But big shout out to Dino in the chat. How many likes we got? Almost 500? 330. Not bad, guys. We need 170 more likes to 500. We need to get there. Let's get the 500 likes. All right. Where's pool party at? This was a surprisingly uneventful day. Uneventful? Eli, it's only 2:30. The freeze was only lifted an hour and a half ago. What do you expect? You expected 10 trades to go down today? I told you guys. Probably about 5 trades, 5 to 6 trades go down today. We've already gotten 3. Or 3 or 4. Yeah, like I said 5 trades today, and we've already gotten 3. We're probably going to get 1 or 2 more. I think I was pretty accurate in saying 5. Yeah, like, what do you guys expect? 10, 15, 20 trades to go down today? No, I said 5. I said we were going to get more trades tomorrow before the draft or after the draft. On Saturday as well. We always know, like, during the 2nd, 3rd, 4th, 5th round, a lot of trades go down then, too. Like, yeah, we'll get a couple more trades today. I don't know why people thought it was going to be something, like today's not the trade deadline, but yeah, like, we're going to get trades. Hey, 10, thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Mister, it was a joke. I'm not saying pool party's actually going to get traded. It was a joke. We're allowed to joke on this channel, all right? Pool Yarby's not going anywhere, but we hype a pool party. Because why not? Isles news, nothing so far, Ariel. But yeah, welcome if you're a new subscriber. I think the Isles right now, they might be going low-key and just trying to re-sign their guys. Because right now, the rumor right now is, I mean, I guess it's not really news, but it's a rumor if you haven't heard of it yet. The Isles are trying to bring in both Suter and Parise. Obviously, Lamoriello has a connection with Parise, wants to bring him in, and also wants to bring in Suter to possibly partner up with like a Dobson, because if you brought in a guy like Suter, you could have your top pair of Pelech-Pulock. You could run Mayfield. Well, I guess now you don't have Leddy, so it could be a scenario where the second pair is Suter-Dobson, and then maybe like Mayfield with, I don't know. It depends. Aho maybe. I don't know. It depends what you do with Hickey, and yeah, it just depends on Andy Green as well if he's in that lineup every day. Yeah, Green. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it just depends on Andy Green. But yeah, Andy Green could be an everyday guy with Dobson, and then you could run Suter with Mayfield, I guess. I don't know. Okay, so Rudolph Balcers 2-year extension. Thomas Drance says Benning had discussions with Seattle AGM Jason Botterill about the Kraken potentially shopping some of their surplus defense. I wonder who that could be. Curtis McDermott, maybe? Okay. I wonder who the Canucks would be looking at there. Because they didn't get too many guys that are like... I mean, maybe they look at Soucy. Oh, I still can't believe Botterill is Seattle's GM or AGM. But yeah, one of the Fleury brothers maybe. But I think the Fleury brother thing is such a great story that you keep the Fleury brothers in Seattle. Like, I think that's just such a cool story to go on and like see if they can both succeed together in Seattle. Like, that'd be so cool. Oh shit, that's Gostisbehere. Hey, big shout out to Slapshot Sweethearts. Go subscribe. But yeah, that's sick. Shane Gostisbehere? Is that him? Damn. Talking hockey this afternoon? Oh yeah, I love talking hockey. There you go, Drew. Mile wants Cale Fleury back. Kyle, welcome if you're a new subscriber. Says a lot of Panthers sources and fans are convinced that the Kraken will be trading for Frank Vatrano. Possibly. Man, you know who Florida should try to get from Seattle if they could? If they could try to get Carson Soucy, throw a pick, throw Vatrano, throw one of their other defensemen. Carson Soucy would be such a good fit for Florida. That would be a sick pickup. Yeah, Chase, I just saw that they signed Balcers. I thought Balcers looked good. I want to see, did the details come out on the cap hit? No details on the cap hit, but I'd imagine it's like 900K or something. Like, I don't think it would be over a mil. It's probably under a mil. All right. We'll probably go live here for another... I gotta do some more work, so probably gonna end 3:15, 3:30. So we'll run it another half an hour, see if more trades drop. And then if other stuff goes down in the later afternoon, we'll go live again maybe, or just post a video. But we'll run it now for another half an hour-ish. But again, guys, let's try to get to our goal. 39.7K. I think that's realistic. I think we can do it. How close are we? Okay, we are 15 away. We got to get there. We're 15 subs away from 39.7. I think we can do it. Okay, we're close. We're close enough. I believe in the squad. And we got to get 500 likes. Yeah, 40K soon this week, maybe, Cameron. Daniel says, would love to see either Doughty or Carlson traded. Wasted talent on a pretty bad team. Well, I don't know about waste. Like, I love Carlson, but man, that contract's so bad. I don't know. We'll see. Benning says he wants to be active in free agency to add some size and strength on the back end. Myers 2.0. Who? Oh my god. They're about to overpay for someone that's just like random, that's big. That's why I'm thinking Curtis McDermott's a beast, and Seattle has big guys on that defense. Benning wants to go after a Curtis McDermott or like one of those guys. Oh my god. Alright, no worries, Jeremiah. Yeah, I mean, the Canucks could go after David Savard, maybe. Thank you, Drew. Appreciate the kind words, man. Jamie, someone sent it to me. Ryan says, who replaces Hyman? There's a bunch of guys. Ooh, Balser's 1.55. I mean, that's fair. I thought it was going to be because based on his age and he just didn't prove it on like a couple of years. Like 1.55 is whatever. I'm kind of surprised, to be honest. I thought it would be like 900, like 1 mil. Okay, I mean, I'm not gonna shit on it. It's like still cheap. It's whatever. I guess they have faith Balser's gonna go off for the next couple of years. It's whatever. I'm not gonna say it's a steal. It's fine. But yeah, Balser's is decent. Like, I like Balser's. He looked good in the second half. I was watching him with the Sharks. Looked pretty decent. So I think that's fine. That's fair. I thought it would be around 1 mil. Joey Anderson. I love Joey Anderson. I hope he gets a shot with the Leafs this year. Like, he'd be a guy that I'm down to see on the 4th line. Or even, like, 3rd line. If they like, the thing is, Joey Anderson's a guy you can afford to have in your 3rd line if you go out and get a couple left wingers. Like, it's just, the Leafs got to be smart with what they do. Dubas has got to pick it up. Like, that's what I'm saying. I expect you to get one of those kind of guys in the left wing, whether it's Coleman, Bertuzzi, Miles Wood. Again, I don't want to spoil too much of what I got coming in for videos, but you got to get someone like that to replace Hyman. Does Boston trade Kasha today? No, but yeah, I think they're going to try to trade Kasha. Oh yeah, man. I think it was a little bit of an overpayment for Alexiak with Seattle, but you never know. Sometimes those pan out. Sometimes those look really bad. Yeah, Odell. That's what I'm saying. If it was a different GM in Detroit, different story. But it's Stevie Y in Detroit. He's gonna ask for a lot for Bertuzzi. But maybe Toronto's got a player that Detroit likes a lot. Maybe, I don't know. Troy Terry to Toronto hot take. Colin, were you the one that was saying that the other day? I don't know where you got that from, but sure, I'll take the hot take. If you hit on that, if you're right on that, that'd be wild. Cizikas to the Leafs, maybe. That's a really good fit, but I think Cizikas goes back to the Islanders. I don't see it. Holland and Larson. I thought we were very close to a deal a month ago. Well, you weren't. So, well, you may have been, but you're donezo, bud. Aiden, I am like meh, but I'm also just like done with the Leaf shit. You know, like I feel like until I see something that legit I believe, will push the Leafs over the top. Because even last year, I thought Brody was such a good signing, but it still didn't push the Leafs over the top in terms of what they were lacking in the playoffs. Man, I laugh on that subject. I laugh because so many people try to tell me that the Leafs defense has failed them in the last couple of years in the playoffs. How have the Leafs defense failed in the last couple of years in the playoffs? In big games in the last 3 years, the Leafs have failed to score. Specifically in the last 2 years. Columbus and Montreal, the Leafs have failed to score. Man, it's embarrassing enough that in the Montreal series, the Leafs scored 18 goals, Montreal scored 14, and the Leafs lost the series. They scored 18 goals. Montreal scored 14. Montreal scored on average 2 goals per game in that series and won the series. That should say enough. The Leafs only allowed 14 goals against, and somehow, like, outsiders, it's just like paying attention. People just have this like narrative that the Leafs suck on defense. That's not the case. If you've watched in the last 2 years, it's not the case. Charlie O'Connor. Get a left winger who can score, who has a bite. That's what the Leafs need. Not a Wayne Simmons. Holy shit. Fletcher said that one team asked for Cam York to take on Ghost, another asked for a first-round pick. Well, you can ask. That doesn't mean you're going to get. That's just idiotic that someone actually thought they could get Cam York. Philly would have been so stupid. That's why I'm saying, guys, Philly did not take an L in terms of trading that second. I thought that was fine. Some of you guys were saying Philly took an L. No. Like, I knew Ghost would be a cap dump. They'd have to attach a second or third round pick, so I wasn't surprised. Leafs need a Killorn. Yeah, Killorn would be decent. They need a guy on that left side that can score at a 20, 25 goal rate and score in the playoffs. Like, those don't grow on trees. But that's why I'm saying, like, a Blake Coleman would be a perfect fit for the Leafs on the left side. He's much more of a scorer than Hyman is, and he's got that bite. If they could sign Coleman to, like, I don't know, 4.5, 5 million. That's a dub. I don't know if they're able to do that, but Coleman's going to ask for more, I think, because Barclay Goodrow just got 3.6. If Hyman gets 5 million, Coleman's going to want potentially more. You think Coleman feels destined for Dallas? We'll see. Leafs should go for Lightning players? Yeah, why not? The Rangers are already on that boat. Yeah, State, I agree. Do I think Ritchie will be traded? Nick Ritchie? Possibly. It depends what he wants in a contract. I don't think Boston wants to give him much. If he wants like $3 million on a contract, I don't think Boston gives him that. He did put up statistically like a good year. Ritchie, like if we pull it up right now, I'm pretty sure Nick Ritchie put up like over half a point per game. I'll check. But I even had him in fantasy for a while this past year. Because I had like a deep league. And yeah, almost half a point per game. He put up 26 points in 56 games. And obviously super physical, huge. I think he's like, what, 6'3"? So, yeah. And 4 points in 11 playoff games. That's not bad for like a guy that's going to play the third line minutes. Yeah, I think if Richie asked for like $3 million, which, I mean, based on like stats, that lines up. But I don't think Boston gives him that. Joel says, but he's bad. Yeah, I mean, he can be a plug sometimes. Don't get me wrong. Half those points were on the power play. So that's why I'm saying. If he took like $1.5 million for a couple of years with Boston, Boston does that in a heartbeat. Frig, I'd be down for Richie on a $1.5 million deal, throw him on that fourth line for the Leafs. Like, it's just, I think they're going to be a part in that. I think Richie's going to ask for like $3 million, and whichever team's getting him is going to ask for like 1.5. So yeah, Matt Calvert retirement. I think I saw someone comment about that. Respects to Matt Calvert. Yeah, Jack, I think that's a big W for Boston for the Taylor Hall deal. 100% big dub. You're going to miss Calvert? Fair. All right. It's 2:53. Go at least another 20 minutes. I want one more trade to go down during this stream. But yeah, guys, ask me some more questions. I'll drop a couple predictions on trade. So I think the Hyman one still goes down today. I would imagine it goes down. I'd be surprised otherwise. Anything else that I think could go down today? I think the Kraken potentially make another trade today. Outside of that, I don't know. I could see one more cap dump going down today. I'm trying to think of who it could be. Guys, you need to realize these guys cannot sign. Like, the signings can't happen today. They don't go down until the 28th. Landeskog can't go anywhere until the 28th. Have you made a mock entry draft prediction video? No, Dylan, but I'll likely be posting that this evening. So I know it's very last minute. I already did one. I did a top 15 one a little bit ago, but I don't know if Ray Bro's around. I know he was going to possibly hop on stream, but I might do like I might ask him to do a collab video with me or something. We'll figure it out. But I might post an entry draft, like quick mock draft video tonight. What moves could the Flames make? Man, there was still a lot of rumors that they might trade Hanifin, but like now that they lost Giordano, it's like they might run it back with Hanifin. I don't know, Bacon. I still think the smart move is to trade one of Monahan or like one of those guys. You got to shake it up a bit. You can't just keep running it back with the same core. You got to split up Monahan and Gaudreau. You can't keep running it back. I know they're buddies, and I know it's been a thing for a while now. But like after so many times, it just you got to go with something else. So yeah, I've been saying Monahan. I think you change it up a bit. Again, if I was Calgary, I've been saying it for months. If I was Calgary, you go all in on Jack Eichel. You trade Monahan. You include like Connor Zary or Pelletier. You attach a first-round pick. You throw in one of the defense. Like you just make the deal happen. You literally just make the deal happen. It's Jack freaking Eichel. I don't know why some of these teams are hesitating. It is Eichel. These mans do not grow on trees. Yes, the risk of losing Eichel is like for like injury, and the injury issue is big. But at the end of the day, the positive and the potential benefit completely outweighs the risk. If it was to go to the shitter, then okay, yeah, you lose a first round pick. It looks really. The Leafs just lost a first round pick for Foligno. Like other teams lose first round picks for stupid reasons. The Islanders just lost a couple second round picks to get rid of Lad's contract. Sometimes you just do to just take a chance, and you gotta hope for the best. Like a first round pick, Monahan, Pelletier, like if you have to lose pieces like that to get a Jack Eichel, you do it. Because like soon you might lose Monahan for nothing. He might just want to leave. You heard Eichel did not want to go to a Canadian team? Well, at the end of the day, Eichel doesn't have... Actually, I want to check this before I say this. I'm pretty sure we already talked about this, that Eichel could literally just get traded wherever. I don't think he has any kind of... Yeah, his no movement clause doesn't kick in until next year. So they could literally trade him wherever. He doesn't choose. Yeah, Buffalo could respect his wishes, but they could full out trade him to Calgary, and there's no restrictions. Salty, I get that. You know who also... I'll reference this, and I don't care. I'm referencing to another Toronto team because I'm just going to do it. Because it's full out. Kawhi Leonard coming off a big injury. People thought, oh my god, his career might be over, all this shit. Like, I'm not downplaying Eichel's injury because it's his neck, it's his back. Like, it's serious. This is serious shit. But what I'm saying is, sometimes when you acquire that big name, it completely changes your franchise. It completely changes the shift of what you're doing. Eichel could be that. Eichel could be a Kawhi Leonard type. Eichel could be that big. You need to work on your mic sound, buddy. Increase sound. It's full on the top of the green. Like, I can put it louder, but then you're gonna get mad at me when it's. I think mic is fine. You just need to put your volume louder, to be honest. Because if I put the levels louder, if I get hyped, you're not gonna like me too much. Your eardrums are. Yeah, everyone else is saying mic is fine, buddy. So. I'm seeing it. It's all the way up at the top of the green, so seems fine to me. Thank you, Soppy. Quake says, what do you think of Connor Garland? I think Connor Garland could go in so many different directions, man. I don't know. I'll say this. I think Arizona's price for Garland is not even that crazy, but I think some teams, like, it's just the contract. Like, he's an RFA. I think if Garland was already attached to, like, a $4 million contract, teams are going after him, like, a lot more aggressively. I still think Garland gets traded most likely, but I just don't know where, because so many teams would be interested in a guy like Garland. I have a blue Yeti mic. Thank you, Olivier. Yeah, thanks to all the new subscribers, guys. You guys are awesome. Just to give you guys, again, a schedule update for some of you that have not been here on the channel before. Again, let me know if you're new. I'm going to be live tomorrow night for the draft all night. I'll be live Saturday during the day during the draft, and a bunch of trades will go down. I'll be live all day, morning, afternoon, night on the 28th. I'll be dedicating the whole day to this channel on the 28th, and then I'll be uploading a lot of videos as well. So if you have any suggestions on content, definitely DM me or drop a comment. Salty, drafts at 8. I'll probably go live a couple hours before because I want to bring guests on potentially. So maybe, I don't know, 6 or 6:30. Hey, mister, thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Trestrel says he's actually paying attention. Well, I'll say this, Trestrel, and I need to get better equipment for this. In game live streams, I don't usually yell. Like, if it's a big trade, I might go, oh! Like, I might freak out, you know? But, no, I don't just yell every time I'm reading something. But, yeah, just... during my game live streams, you might think otherwise of me because I do yell a lot. So I'm sorry for that. I do apologize. I try to do my best and watch my levels, but obviously when game live streams, because we do, if you're new to the channel, we do a lot of live streams during the season and the playoffs. So like during games, we do commentary, like reaction, stuff like that. That gets kind of loud. Hurt Locker says, do you think the Leafs will get Kemper? I think it's possible, but I think the Leafs would want retention from Arizona's perspective. So, we'll see. Hyman news, Dustin. We're still waiting. I'm shocked, man. I should change my title at this point. Watch me change the title and then Hyman gets dealt. But it's like... I don't get it. Like, it was so close, and then, like, what is Dubas doing? But yeah. Could Leafs be interested in Kopp? Sure. But the Jets are not trading him. But yeah, guys, anything else we wanted to talk about? I'm kind of surprised it cooled off. I thought we were going to get at least one more move. What moves do I think the Wild could make, Victoria? Again, they're another team that I would go all in on Jack Eichel. Eichel and Eriksson Ek as your top two centers would be so perfect. That would work, like, perfect for that team. I fully think they should do it. All right. Did you think that Alex was going to get traded? Nedeljkovic? No. I didn't think that was going down today. That was something I couldn't have predicted. Oh, yeah, Jeremiah. I'll be more shocked. Like, that's why I'm saying, like, I know a lot of Leaf fans are saying, like, oh, my God, I'm going to be so upset if Hyman leaves. Like, I'm obviously not going to be happy either, but at this point, I've already accepted. Like, once you you kind of get that acceptance stage of something, like, I've just been accepting at this point that Hyman's not returning. I'm already past the denial and the grief. Like, I don't know. I've already accepted that he's leaving. So it's not going to be as painful when I see him gone. Obviously, I'm going to appreciate everything he did, but... Could the Red Wings be interested in Colin White or Anisimov? Please answer this. Hot takes, I'm begging you. Well, Logan, Anisimov doesn't provide much value. Colin White, that could be an interesting one for Detroit. I think Ottawa doesn't love the the cap hit for him, and I think they could probably get another piece. Maybe they could take advantage of that. The Red Wings want to use their leverage. So yeah, Colin White could be of interest. Yeah, mister, we saw that. Cahoon and Jujhar Khaira not going to be qualified. So, pretty crazy. Hyman for Dubois, that makes no sense for Winnipeg. Well, I shouldn't say anything anymore because after watching that Nedeljkovic trade, like, who knows what could go down. Bro, nothing's good. Nothing's being tweeted out right now. You do other sign David Savard? Unlikely, but I guess I shouldn't count anything out. What's up, Andrew? Weber, it's not looking good for the season. Bruh, I don't know who I want Steve to draft. I still think you go Eklund if he's there. I still think Detroit should maybe trade down and get Wallstead. Depending on where Wallstead could go. Like, I think Eklund's the pick if he falls to them. If Eklund falls to them, it's 100% Eklund, I think. Yeah. I would say Eklund or... I mean, man, if you wanted to double down and get another defenseman... Oh, I think if Hughes somehow fell to Detroit, that's a no-brainer as well. But, man, I'd be shocked if New Jersey passes on Hughes. That's what I'm saying. Like, if Hughes passes New Jersey, Detroit probably gets Luke Hughes if they want him. Which, why wouldn't you? McTavish, maybe? I don't know if I'd go McTavish at the Red Wings. I guess maybe. McTavish did grow his stock a lot. I think in my last mock draft, I had McTavish going to the Canucks. I think the Canucks probably get, like, Kent Johnson, McTavish, or, like, I don't know, like, Sillinger, maybe? I don't know. Turati falling. I still think there's untapped potential there, Kyle. I think if a team drafts him really late first round or early second round, that could be a steal. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm thinking. If you can get Eklund or Hughes, stay if you're Detroit. If not, trade down and get Wallstead. That's what I'm thinking. Hey, how's it going, Rock and Sock? Thanks for being here. Yeah, Brett, that's what I'm saying. Weber might not play anymore. Really sad. Really tough ending. Yeah, Nick, I still think the Flyers go out for... I would say they might try to get a middle defenseman, like a fourth or fifth defenseman. But right now, as their defenseman's line up, let's do it right now. So you got Provorov, Ellis. We're just doing depth chart purposes here. Haig, Braun. Sorry, I know I'm missing someone. Sanheim. Sorry, I'm missing Sanheim. So Sanheim would go here. But Sanheim's an RFA. That's why I forgot about him for a second. And then Haig and, I don't know, you could go... Again, this is just based on what they have right now, if no moves are made. I don't think they'll rush Cam York, but you never know. Maybe Cam York gets a shot. Because in that case... I think Haig could possibly get traded. And I think Morgan Frost, I've heard rumors about that he could get traded. But, yeah, we'll see. Do you guys think York will have a shot to make the lineup? I mean, or Zamula? Yeah, Zamula could be a pick there. I don't know. I mean, based on what they have, it's something like that. Yeah, Trevor, based on what I've read as well, it doesn't seem like the Flyers are in on Seth Jones. It was like they're going to get their big guy, and they ended up going for Ryan Ellis, so they're not going to go for another big defenseman, I think. I think the Flyers are fine with the top four. Like, I think the Flyers would be okay to get another, like, defenseman, like, in around here, like, 4th or 5th defenseman. Like, for example, I could see the Flyers going after, like, a David Savard, for example, and do this. Like, I totally could see something like this going down. That'd be disgusting. Isn't that a W? If the Flyers could go after David Savard with the money they just got with Gostisbehere, that'd be such a W. Provorov, Ellis, Sanheim, Savard, York, Braun, or Samula, Braun. Trade Robert Hagg. I don't even think Flyers fans like Robert Hagg. Rumors Ristolainen to Philly. I wouldn't do that. I'd rather have David Savard than Ristolainen. I would much rather. I'd much rather Savard for Philly. There you go, Vinyl. Yeah, Martinez. Like I said, I think a lot of teams are going to go after Martinez. Martinez is such a good fit for so many teams. The versatility, can play both sides, as I said. Good transitional defense, a lot of block shots. He showed in the playoffs how valuable he is. So, yeah, I think Martinez should be sought after heavy if he leaves Vegas. Well, that's what I'm saying, Trevor. If you can scoop up David Savard for a similar cap hit to like Larson or Alexiak, so like 4.5, you do that in a heartbeat. I don't know if he goes, but maybe even Philly like pay a little bit extra, pay $5 million for David Savard. That'd be like Savard's such a good like 4-piece on a defense squad. Mister says hot take: Philly gets one of Sam Reinhart, Ristolainen, or Eichel. I don't see the Eichel. I don't see Eichel to Philly. I mean, the only way I see Eichel to Philly is if Buffalo takes, like, well, Kevin Hayes has got a no movement clause, so it would have to be like Voracek, I guess. Like Voracek and more. I don't know. I don't see an Eichel trade, to be honest. But I've also said a lot of I don't see, like, I didn't see Nedeljkovic getting traded in general, and I definitely did not see in that scenario. Tarasenko in the Isles, it seems like it's a connection there right now. Maybe Morgan Frost in the deal. Yeah, I mean, I could see it. Like, in terms of package, I don't know if I can see it actually going down, but in terms of package, yeah, it makes sense. It would probably be like if Philly actually wanted to get Eichel and be serious about it, Voracek for cap reasons would have to be in there. Voracek or JVR. And then they would have to include, like, Morgan Frost. I mean, Buffalo would want Farabee, but it'd probably go Frost. It'd probably be, like, Cam York in there. First-round pick. And another piece. Like, it's a lot. Edward says, any news on the Rangers? Outside of Barclay Goodrow? No, I don't know if you heard about that. Barclay Goodrow did officially sign. If the Leafs can get Dougie Hamilton, they should trade Justin Hall and get value back. If, like, I've literally been saying, if Justin Hall is so valuable and he's so rare, then other teams will be drooling. Like, then get a first-round pick for Justin Hall if you're that confident in the asset. And then I'll be proven wrong. If you can get a first-round pick for Justin Hall, I'll be proven wrong. Because that's essentially You said Hall has more value, and I think you could have got a second-round pick for Kerfoot or McCann. So get a first-round pick for Hall. Hall did do well, shutting down like McDavid with Muzzin and stuff like that. I'm not saying that he didn't. A lot of people say why I hate Hall. I don't hate Justin Hall. I mean, you guys can twist whatever you want. It's not about hating individual players. Like, hate is a strong word. I don't hate Mitch Marner. I don't hate Justin Hall. I don't back players that don't perform when it matters. I'm fine with Justin Hall staying on this team, but if you can get a Dougie Hamilton or you can get a David Savard, I would rather that over a Justin Hall. Yes, the cap space, I get cap space, but you can Justin Hall and Kerfoot, that cap space could be used towards a David Savard, Alec Martinez. What do you think is going to be more beneficial to the Leafs? I'm just not a huge fan of Justin Hall. I don't know what the problem is that. Like, I don't hate him. I'm fine with him on this team. I don't want him gone for pennies and nickels. Like, people think that I want Hall for gone for a bag of pucks. No, I want Hall on this team unless you get like a first-round pick for him or a second and a prospect. Like, I would want a decent amount for Justin Hall because I see the value in Hall. I'm just not a huge fan of him. I don't know why people can. It can be two of the same things. Like, that's why I get so frustrated when people think only one opinion or one thing can exist. I don't have to be a huge fan of Justin Hall, but also realize the value he brings to this team. He's a right shot defenseman, a big right shot defenseman, has the ability to shut down top players with Muzzin, even though Muzzin, yes, carries that pair a little bit. He's beneficial with Muzzin. And yeah, as I said, a $2 million cap hit, that's super cheap. I see the benefits of having Justin Hall on this team, but at the same time, I'm not a huge fan of him. That doesn't mean I don't see the value. I see the value in having him on this team, and I think he's a good fit on this team. Blended. I disagree with you, but I also disagree with all hockey. Justin Hall on half of the NHL teams, at least, is not a top 4 defenseman. He might be because he's a right shot defenseman, but in terms of skill level, in terms of ability, like, I could literally, like, I could list a bunch of teams that, like, if you want me to go through it. Calgary, Anderson, and Tanev are better on that right side. Columbus, not anymore. Colorado, Hall's not in that top 4. I guess Dallas, he would just be in that top 4. Minnesota, not in that top 4. Montreal with Weber, but now I guess not. Islanders, not in that top 4. Maybe that 4th defenseman. Like, he's a good 4th defenseman. I should say that. He's not a top 3. I would say Justin Hall's a good 4th defenseman on most teams. I should say that. I should say he's not a top 3 defenseman on most teams. He's probably that 4th or 5th defenseman, because then I go through like Philly. Now he's probably either just in that top 4, like maybe on that 4 spot. That's what I'm thinking. St. Louis, he's also not in that top 4 on that right side. Tampa, he's not in that top 4 unless he's playing with Hedman. You know what I mean? Like, he's probably that 4th defenseman on a lot of teams. Yeah, JB. I just think people look at Justin Hall as a right shot defenseman and overhype him a little bit. Again, I think Hall's decent. He's a good 4th, 5th defenseman on a lot of teams. Good 4. I'm putting him as a 4. Top 3, top 4, like, he's a good 4. He's fine at 4 or 5. Yeah, sir. Defense was good. Like, that's why it's just like, I'm tired of the conversation. Like, just drop the me hating Hall conversation. It's not about that. I appreciated the defense. I'm past that. I'm just saying, if you can get a David Savard, you can get a Martinez, you can get a Hamilton, you do it. Because, again, those don't grow on trees. Hall is underrated? Okay, buddy. Yeah, you're telling me then, man, go eat your snacks. Go in your little corner. Let mommy take care of you. I already told you how I feel about Hall. You can't tell me how I feel about a player. So I'm going to say, Oh, I like Marc-Andre Fleury and you're going to tell me otherwise? Like, get out of here. Bum. You're a bum. I appreciate the support, but you're being a bum. Sign Savard 4 mil? Nah, I don't know about that. Yeah, it's just an opinion. I don't know why people get all tampered about it. Charlie Mack. Wait, what? They took your best young defenseman. I don't know how anyone could feel good about that. Bro, why is this man hyping up Lauzon like he's something special? Oh my god. Blended says Muzzin covered up Hall's mistakes. Blended, I've already explained this to people. The analytics prove it. The stats prove it. Eye test prove it. Hall's good, but Muzzin carried that pair. Like, whatever. Let people think they know. It's fine. This guy needs to chill. Lauzon is alright, but oh my god. Best young defenseman. Is this guy okay? So see, all hockey. I'm just going to say this. You have no idea what you're talking about anyways, because you just said Hall should be traded for David Savard, who's a UFA. Oh my god, bro. Just stop. I can't even, like, you just tried to debate me on something, and you have no idea what you're even talking about. Oh my god, my brain hurts, guys, sometimes. Just stop. As a Boston Bruins fan, I'm completely okay with letting him go. Yeah, I don't know why people would be freaking out over losing Lauzon. You could have got a third-round pick for him. Great. I know, Irfan. It's sad when someone tries... Like, if you know your hockey and you want to have a solid debate, I'll debate you. Like, that's fine. But if you're, like... If you have no idea what you're saying and you're trying to bullshit me just to get my attention, like, I'm not about that. Shane says, what do you think of Cale and Addison? Oh, I love Addison. I think Pittsburgh may have let go of a gem. Yeah, they got Zucker, but they don't even care for Zucker anymore. Like, I like Addison. I think he's a hidden gem. He could do well in mini. This is, yeah. I'm fully with this right now. This is like, that's just stupid from Carolina. Shifty says, yeah, good at growing his hair. Aaron, who are you talking to? Yeah, like, wait, someone's shitting on Kellen Addison? You realize he's like 22, right? I love when people crap on a defenseman when he's 22 years old. Like, some of you guys have not learned your lesson. I swear, man. He's 21 years old. Addison just turned 21. God. Yeah, blended Robertson on a line with Matthews and Marner. I mean, for the season, that'd be a good way to set up for success. For sure. I need the Senators to sign Tkachuk and put a C on his jersey already. I agree. How much would I sign Savard for and how long? I think I would do $5 million for David Savard at 4 years. If it's longer term, I would do like less money. So if you sign Savard for like 6 years, 5-6 years, then like 4.5. But I would do $5 million for 4 years of Savard. Maybe 4.5. I don't know. $5 million is a lot, but it depends which team. Like, not for Toronto. If you're asking me for Toronto, obviously I'm not doing that. That's too expensive. But I'm talking about like a different team that has cap space for 4 years. That's not too. Guys, you guys are also talking about Alexiak, who just got 4.6. You understand that, right? You guys need to understand that. Like, I love how certain people rip into me for not valuing Justin Hall, but then we talk about a better right shot defenseman, and you guys are like surprised that he's going to get 4.55. Like, It depends which team. If he was with Toronto, yeah, I wouldn't want it more than like 4.5. But there's a team out there that would give Savard at least 4.5. At least. Savard's 30. I thought he was, I was making the assumption that he was 28, 29. Yeah, I mean, well, that's only 1 year, but 30. So then, yeah, okay. Then in that rate, 5 years max on like a $3.5, $4 million deal. If it's long term, as I said. If it's 4 years, man, David Savard's good. Like, I don't think you guys realize David Savard's really solid. Like, he showed how much like his value is there with Columbus, and then he just showed with Tampa. Yeah, he's an elite shot blocker. He's so good defensively. I would pay Savard $4.5 million on a 4-year deal. Like at 30 years old, I would do that. For most teams, again, it depends on the cap space. That like you guys are like, ask me for a certain team. For Philadelphia, I think that would benefit Philadelphia quite a bit. $4.5 million for 3 or 4 years for Philly, for David Savard. Yeah, I mean, so David Savard, like, what in comparison? Like, Savard provides probably more offense than like Brandon Carlo. And what did Carlo just get? Again, Carlo is younger, so. What moves do you think LA has left to make this offseason? Again, maybe I'm higher on Savard than some of you guys are, but at 30 years old, I still think he's got 3 or 4 more good years in him. So yes, I would do a 4-year contract. I forgot he was 30. For some reason, I was thinking Savard was like 28, 29. So yes, 30 years old, 4-year contract, 4 to 4.5 mil for Savard. Thank you, Don, for subscribing. I really appreciate it. Let's get some Don hype in the chat. Hey, Chain with the 420 donation. Thank you so much for the dono. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. Never expect donations, but obviously it really helps. So thank you so much. Any news of the Canucks? Looks like they want size, but yeah. Anyways, I just saw another comment. So, Chad, I'll just ask you. You think David Savard is getting signed for $3.5 million after Alexiak just got 4.6? After Adam Larson just got 4? Like, Savard's getting at least $4 million. At least. At least $4 million per. At least. Logan's a Lightning fan. At least 4. At least. That will be one of the biggest steals this year if some team gets Savard for under 4 mil. No, Matt, that's what I'm saying. Do I agree with it? If he gets signed for 5 mil? No, but I'm telling you there's teams out there that might sign him for over 4.5. Edmonton's about to sign Hyman at 29 years old for potentially $5.5 million. Like, that should show you that GMs are willing to pay for certain players if they fit the role. David Savard would be a really good 4th defenseman on a lot of teams. So, yes, I think I would put a 4.5. I was thinking Savard was younger, so ignore what I said about 5 million for Savard. I would say 4.5 for Savard on half the teams that have cap space. If it's a team that doesn't have cap space, if it's like a Toronto Maple Leafs, if it's I don't know, Florida Panthers, like 4 million probably for Savard. Hey, Terrestrial, thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate that. No, Logan, Hyman didn't get traded yet, but I don't know why it hasn't happened yet. Like, I literally said, if it gets dragged out like this, then he's coming back. Like, why else? Like, what's the holdup? Because Edmonton doesn't want to sauce a 3rd-round pick? Like, Dubas, who cares? If you're not going to bring back Hyman anyways, just get a 2nd. Or get a 3rd, I mean. No, Logan, I don't want Palat, to be honest. I'd be down for Killorn. Logan, I'm down for Killorn and Martinez, not Palat. We don't need a Palat. We need a Killorn. I know you love Killorn, so that's why you're saying Palat. I'm good with Killorn if you want. What's up, Prince Chicken? They're waiting on Toronto, maybe. Don, well, they just got Nedeljkovic. I still think they could go goalie because Nedeljkovic is already 25, and I think that The Red Wings still have a couple of years left for competing. And yes, Nedeljkovic at 27, 28 will probably be at his best in his career, so that's fine. But they don't really have a goalie after that. So I would be I'd be down if Detroit got Wallstead. But I would say trade down a little bit to get extra value. Yeah, Matt. Killorn would be a perfect fit for the Leafs. That's the kind of player they need. Killorn, Coleman, Bertuzzi. Guys that can score and have a bite. 100%. Yeah, Dylan. Again, welcome if you're a new subscriber. Welcome to all the new viewers in here. I've been saying Alec Martinez. That was my ultimate fit for Boston. Again, guys, you have to understand, I am consuming a lot of information when comments are just rolling through and I'm reading tweets and stuff like that too. So sometimes I'll forget a player's age by a year or two. Or, again, I'm not really scared to just kind of blurt out my opinion because at the end of the day, I don't need to be like premeditated in all these like takes and all that. Like sometimes it's just like hot take hockey. Let's just throw a hot take out there. Like it's a live stream. I'm not on a freaking broadcast on national television. I don't need to wear a suit and have a script or have a teleprompter. It's a live stream, you know? So that's also the perspective. Did I see any rumors about the Islanders? Man, a lot of Islanders fans are pulling through. Respects. Hey, Islanders fans, hit that subscribe. Yeah, I think the Isles are probably going to get one of Parise or Suter, or maybe both. And I still think they're going to get like a big forward. I still think they're going to go for a big forward. And that's going to be in the form of maybe Landeskog, Tarasenko, Jaden Schwartz. Who else? Like I think those are the names I've heard with the Islanders mostly. I'm trying to think of any other names. I mean, Garland or Dvorak could be a good fit with the Islanders. Philip Forsberg maybe too, yeah. That could be a fit. Tatar maybe. Bob says, do you think the Canucks will make a big trade this offseason? Yeah, at least one big deal. I think so. I think the Canucks will make like one significant move. I know that's like easy to say for any team, but I'm just looking at the Canucks right now, and I think the mindset is either they're going to do one of two things. They're going to sign a defenseman, which might end up being a mistake the same way they did with Myers. Because, like, you want me to be honest, guys? When I talk about David Savard for over 4.5 or even close to 5, that has Jim Benning and Canucks written all over it. And I'm not even joking with that. That has Jim Benning written all over it. So you guys might be like, oh, HTH, what are you talking about? Savard's not going to get over 4.5. Well, if there's a GM that's going to sauce him that, it would be Jim Benning. Or it would be Marc Bergevin in replacing, oh my God, that would be a Marc Bergevin. If he felt the pressure of replacing a guy like Shea Weber in the season, I could see Montreal full out going after David Savard and paying over 4.5 for sure. Yeah, and Savard's a French connection too, so I wouldn't be surprised if Montreal or Vancouver, remember this, Montreal or Vancouver going after David Savard. I would not be surprised. Even Winnipeg, man. I've been saying Winnipeg should go after one of those defensemen, whether it's a Savard, Martinez. I was saying Adam Larson even too, but last year's deadline, I said Savard was one of the guys that Winnipeg should look at, and they ended up just getting Jordy Ben. What kind of package would it take to get Garland? Depends. I think... I don't know. Again, it depends the contract, man. Like, I think if Garland wants like over $5 million, other teams are like a little bit nervous on that. I think if Garland like agreed on maybe even a short-term deal at like $4 million, I think Garland could get them at least a second and a prospect at the very least, like a decent prospect in the second round pick. On the radio? What do you mean? Well, Joe, there still might be a couple more trades that drop. I'm probably going to end stream here in a second because I said 3:30 and it's 3:30 right now. But Yeah, I think we'll still get a couple trades later, probably. But no, like, I'm not surprised that we got a few trades right away, and then it cooled off a bit. So I said 5 trades today. That was my take. We've had 3 so far. 3 or 4. Anyways, Leafs news, they were up 3-1. Yes, Ryan. All right. Drop in the comment section right now in the live chat. If you are a new viewer, I want to hype you up before I end stream. I want to read all of the viewers in the chat right now because you guys are legends for being here. Also, believe it or not, we are 9 subscribers away from 39.7 right now. We got to end off solid. 39.7. We got to do it right now. We need 7 more people to subscribe and clutch up. We got to do it. Hey, thank you, Preds. Appreciate you. Hey, thank you, Drew, for finding the channel and subscribing. Make sure on your phones, guys, you have your notifications on because I'll be live later. 100% I'll be live later at some point. Probably later because I got to get a lot of work done, but like 8 or 9 p.m. Eastern time. I'll put out a notification on the channel and on Twitter. So if you wanted to follow me on Twitter, Hot Take Hockey. It'd be nice soon to get that 40,000 plus right there. But hey, let's try to get 4,000 followers soon. We're getting close. So that's the Twitter for Hot Take Hockey. Aesthetic, thank you. Welcome as a new viewer. 8 more likes to 402. There you go. Hey, Charm, it's good to see you in the chat. Jeez, Mike, that's a lot. Robertson, STA, Dermott for AZ, Garland, Dvorak, Kemper, 50%. Yeah, I mean, they would just have enough cap space for that, probably, if they don't bring back Hyman or Freddie. Which it seems like that. I don't want to give up Robertson, though. Hey, Fackles, thanks for subscribing. Hey, thank you, Brett. Thank you, Ronnie. Yeah, man, chat's been really chill this afternoon, guys. Hey, thank you, Dylan. Yeah, man, honestly, that's the one thing. Maybe my takes are bad sometimes. I don't know. Or maybe I get too hectic, or maybe I'm just all over the place. I don't know. But I'll say this. You're not going to get bullshit from me. I tell it to you straight. I don't need to pump my own tires, but you're going to get a pretty authentic representation here. I'm not really ever going to bullshit you guys. And honestly, at the end of the day, usually when I'm having a shit time, you guys know about it. So I never want to relay that shit or negative energy on you guys either, though. But usually I would say I'm pretty authentic in that sense. But yeah. Hey, it's hockey, man. I love this sport. It's the best sport in the world. I want to keep growing the game in any way I can. And frig, man, we're 6 subs away. We got to get there. There's 6 of you in here. I know it. We need 6 more subscribers. But yeah, thank you so much, guys, for joining. Again, I'll be live later. It was a good stream. Good, solid 2.5 hour stream. So. Wait, what? No. Why are you just throwing shit out? I mean, no official signings can happen until wait. Oh, was he with the Blackhawks? Oh shit. Man, they gotta figure that out. Wait, what? Hey, thank you, Hannah. What did you want me to look at? Chris, who? I don't even know who that is. Bro, are you just taking me to a random account? Oh, he worked for the Flyers? Oh, well, that's a coincidence. I was just talking about this. If the Flyers can land David Savard, that would be a great move for this team. Solid, unassuming presence. Now a cup champ. Money props equals to Ghost. Yeah, like I said, 4.5 for Savard. Hey, off the walls in here. What a legend. Thanks for being here, man. Appreciate you. And Eric and Rob, thanks so much for subscribing. What was I going to say? Yeah, so the top 4 in that case would be Provorov, Ellis, Sanheim, and Savard. All right. So as I said, guys, I don't think 4.5 is a bad take for Savard. I think 4.5 mil is probably where we're going to see it at, and around there. All right. I don't know if you saw before, but someone said they aired your Ned reaction on radio. What? What radio? That's so random. Tell these people why they should follow us on Twitter. Wait, what, Ryan? 97.1 in Detroit, apparently. Can I try to find this? Or is that someone's capping, or is it this? No. That'd be pretty funny if that actually happened. I think someone's capping, but imagine that. What's the? Is it this? Oh, it's probably this. Maybe. I don't know. Imagine though, that'd be pretty funny. Just Eric HTH going, Stevie Y, the fleecing machine on radio, HTH. I want to see this though. That's actually kind of funny though. If that actually. Who said that on the radio? Is the person still in the chat? Hey, Ryan, that's chill. Please don't promote in the chat, though. If you want to DM me, that's fine. But what move do I think Montreal will make? Oh, Don said it? Well, Don, where you at? What move should Montreal make? Well, they would need to get a replacement for Weber if Weber is indeed done. And they need to get a replacement for Danault. That would be probably the 2 primary moves I'd have for Montreal this offseason. Replacement for Danault if he does leave, and replacement for Weber. Hey, Justin, thank you so much for subscribing. Let's get some Justin hype in the chat. The Jets finally, the Jets need to just go out and get a right shot defenseman. They just need to do it. Yo, we're 3 subscribers away from 39.7. Holy W, chat. 300 away from 40K. That doesn't seem real. 3 away. Oh, ooh, I want to pull this up on stream because you know how Benning just talked about he wants to sign big defensemen. So this is a good research on Harman's point. Some pending UFA defensemen who are at least 6'1" and 200 pounds. Ryan Suter, David Savard, Alec Martinez, Ian Cole, Jake McCabe, Ryan Murray, Mark Stahl, Patrick Nemeth, Cody Ceci, Hakanpää. I think Hakanpää could be a target for Vancouver. I think David Savard, Martinez, Jake McCabe. I think those would be 4 of the bigger targets if they were acquiring someone like that. Again, I don't know why they're going big defenseman. That's kind of just dumb, but sure. Julian, who are my top 5 left wing options for the Leafs? Again, you guys want me to spoil all these videos that I like to post, but I'll say a couple of them. I would say combined with realistic and want, I would say Blake Coleman, Tyler Bertuzzi, and if you can somehow pluck Miles Wood from New Jersey, you do it. GD, thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate that. Oh my god, CC would be unreal. CC would be unreal in a Canucks jersey. Yo, 2 away now. GD just clutched up. We're 2 subscribers away now. Are the Rangers trading Strome? It seems like that's a possibility right now. What's cracking, Eric? I'm about to end stream, but thanks for joining. I'll be live again later tonight. I don't know, Blake. I don't know where CC's going. We're just trolling. All right. How many subs away? It says 2 away right now, Slingshot. It says we're 2 subscribers away from 39.7, so it's okay. If peeps don't clutch up, that's all right. We'll get it later, but... I wanted to see if there's anything else to talk about. I know this is a joke, but I'll say this. Brendan Sutter at like 800K for the Leafs 4th line center spot. I know that's a funny joke, but like he's a UFA and 800K for Brendan Sutter wouldn't even be bad for a team. Like 800K, what's wrong with that? Right shot centerman, could have a bounce back year. He's still I don't know. He's still like a fine NHLer. So we'll see. All right. Did we get there? Butcher, yeah. I'll be live later, like 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. Eastern time. I'll be live tonight for... Well, actually, do we know when the NHL schedule is coming out, guys? That's when I want to go live. Oh, it's 6 p.m.? Oh. Okay, maybe I'll go live at 6 p.m. Eastern time. Oh, that's like so soon. It's like in a couple hours. What do you guys think? Should I go live at 6 p.m. Eastern time or like 5:45 Eastern time to go live for the schedule? Oh my god, I'm only going to have like 2 hours to get work done, but I'll just have to grind. Guys, you guys need to be my hype mans in the chat right now. Mai and John, thank you so much for subscribing. Did we get there? We're like 1 subscriber away from 39.7. Let's see. Did we get there? We're 1 away. We need literally 1 more person to clutch up and sub. But you guys need to hype me up right now. Get me fired. I have 2 hours to get all my work done. I need to get fired up. Sorry, that was loud. I feel bad. I'm sorry. I feel bad. Someone had some AirPods in and just got absolutely exploded. I apologize. I can do it. All right. Get some smells. What's up, Caleb? All right. 2 hours. I have 2 hours. I'm gonna eat a sub. This is the plan, guys. I'm gonna end stream here right now. I'm gonna go eat a sub, get some work done, edit, post, send a couple emails out. Boom, we'll be live for 5:45. Guys, can we lock it in? Lock it in, throw away the key. Roshan, you can do it. Did we get 39.7? Yo, if people clutched up. HDH community, we are officially 300 subscribers away from 40,000. Damn. Thank you so much, Legends. That's unreal. That doesn't even seem real. So, hey, maybe we'll get some more subs later. Hey, it's been a grind. I've been super busy. I wish I could be live. Like, bro, I wish I had the energy, man. I've been having the energy all year, but, like, I told you guys the burnout has been a real thing, and I can't wait for my vacation in August, like, full-out vacation mode. But, yeah, I don't want to spoil too much, because I got things coming in August that I don't want to spoil yet. But, again, by the end of the month, is that a deal? Free agency live stream, maybe? July 28th, I'll be addressing some big moves for myself, personally, and the channel. But thank you to everyone that subscribed. I really do appreciate that. Big things coming. 300 subs away from 40K. That's pretty cool. All right, guys, love ya. Subscribe, like, and comment. This was John from Montegaki. We'll be live in 2 hours again for the release of the NHL schedule and a draft preview. And then probably tonight we'll post our final NHL draft mock draft, or NHL entry draft mock, I guess. All right, so thank you guys. Derek, thank you so much for subscribing. I'll read a bunch of names. I like doing this at the end. Liam, Hurt Locker, Salty, Thomas, Mr. Beast, Hockey Froggy, Logan, Jeremiah, Hannah, Matt, Aesthetic, Trezor, Salty, you don't have to hide him for that. He made a joke. Unless he did it like, just Ethan, don't be weird, bro. Yeah, you don't need to hide him for that. Kyle, Harry, Habs, Drew. Sorry, I'm trying to read all of the names. Thomas is in here. Flame. Oh, he was sus earlier? Well, Ethan, last chance, bro. The mods will ban you if you don't chill. Yeah, I'm gonna have a sub. But thank you, Salty. If he does it again, then yeah. Ban. Good job, mods. Hey, W's to the mods on the way out. Wouldn't be able to stream without the mods. Mods are big W's. Hey, at 40K, we're gonna name a couple new mods. Alright, guys. Love ya. And, yeah. I'll see you in a couple hours. Alright, guys. Peace out.